No Jumper, officially the coolest podcast in the world, because today we're sitting down with the one and only Body.
What's going on with shaking?
How you feeling?
Feeling wonderful. Sometimes I just don't know. But right now I'm just, a lot of things on the way. Album is ready. Just finished up a new season. A lot of thoughts on the mind, man. Let's speak, though.
Let's speak.
Good to be here, though.
You talk like a fucking Mobb Deep interlude. Like same pacing and like energy right there. I like that.
Because you know what it is with me? Like, I don't just speak to just say words.
Right.
I feel like every time I speak, it has to mean something. Either it has to be some sort of information, some sort of detail, or some sort of, key to something. Like, I don't want to just say things that don't mean nothing. I got to be passionate about everything I do. Right. Like whether it's perfecting something or making music or just trying to give wisdom to somebody. Because you don't want to just sound good to sound good, It's got to be something, Like, it's got to be something behind it. The foundation got to be strong.
And these days, it's like so much pressure for people to just come constantly with just nothing. But you're the one to sit back and
wants to just,
observe and build.
Everybody wants to sit and sound like they got some prolific shit to say now because, yo, man, I'm famous, so I just feel like I know the life. No, you don't know life. You know what I'm saying? You just speaking life from your point of view. I speak it from so many because, like, there's so many ways in my mind, Like, when I speak for somebody, I speak for like 86 different people at one time. Because that's just how I'm, like, like, to break it down in one way, like, my mind is not just one way. You can't just be like, yo, Body, man, like, give me a description of Body. It's not just one way to describe me, you know what I'm saying? It might take, 13 loose leaves, That's just how it goes, man.
Prison loose leaves.
Sometimes. Institutions, group homes.
Right.
We love a good residential drug program.
Right. You've been locked up since the last time we spoke with you? Yeah. Any altercations with the law?
Honestly,
no, you totally clean?
Nah, my brother clean.
Wow.
Clean, but not just clean, but
That's
also
admirable.
moving positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always wanted to state that some people get the wrong idea about me. They feel like, they see parts of me on the show. Or they see a piece of me. Sometimes it's like, you don't see all of me. Right. Because they're not always going to show you me saying some real positive things, Right. Sometimes they will. But sometimes they feel like, it's better to see me saying some negative shit. Or what's perceived as negative. Because me, I don't feel like, certain things is like way of life. Man created law. You feel me? So it's like when somebody says, yo, you just broke the law. Well, what law did he break? And it's like, yo, he did some, whatever, some inside trading, or he did some crazy. That shit doesn't say that in the Bible or the Quran. These are man-made things, you feel me? Right. So it's like, yo, I believe in the laws of the land. Also, you know what I'm saying? Like, way of life. It's like, things are from, what's that shit called? Damn, what's that thing called? Right
we need laws, though. Don't you think?
Yeah, we need laws and order. You know what I'm saying? You do
Right.
it, we got it.
Right.
But my thing is, like, we also need understanding. We need compassion.
Right.
We can't just be like, yo, listen, man, we're going to label this person one way. Like, let's just say one person, like, got caught for a burglary. Is he forever a burglar? No. You know what I'm saying? Is that his label forever? Is that, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might have made 3 in the morning hand exchanges, with an eye patch, with a good jacket on. Does that mean he's labeled that man forever?
Do you feel like the people only want one thing from you because they've only gotten one thing from you? Or do you feel like your audience out there is open-minded about what you're bringing to the table? You said that you're rapping now too. Things are changing.
Yeah, but you see, it's like, my thing is this. I've been doing music, but it's just like when I came on, my approach and my style, people didn't know what to call it. At first, they were like, oh, he's talking shit on the record, or he's just talking, or yo, some people clicked with it like, nah, this is a flow. Right. But I didn't want to come basic. Like, I didn't want to just come out, and jump on my man's tracks and just come out like regular and just be, get overlooked. I wanted to come out like unique, my way. And I know how I got a powerful voice. Like, I know when I speak, people listen. You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing with me is like, I don't always like lay out all the details. Like, I'm not gonna give you the whole blueprint. Like, yo, I do this. Oh, I came up with this and this is my, I just do what I do. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why I'm around a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? I didn't just wake up into this shit, you feel me? Like, I'm not connected with no music industry. I don't got nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, wasn't like people got, people in the game and it's like, yo, this is the alley-oop,
What was the conversation the first time Bronson told you to get on a record with him?
First time was on a Dr. Lecter. We was just there.
Fabulous project. God, I gotta go back to that.
That's a fact.
That was when I first got into him.
Yeah.
When I saw the video of him throwing the girl in the trunk, and I'm like, oh shit.
I got crazy.
Who is this guy? Right.
But he did it with like really good, like he did it with good posture, good technique.
A lot of guys couldn't get away with throwing a girl in the trunk in a music video.
Because again, he did it with compassion.
And he did it with
even
charisma.
Even if it comes off to some as rough, it's with love. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people just love rough.
A roughneck. You feel like a roughneck? Is that how you describe yourself?
A roughneck, yeah.
His gender, he's filling out his driver's license form. He checked gender, roughneck, other, roughneck.
Shoulders.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Body, man.
Body. Just ad-lib in your interview?
Yo, that's fire.
That's
Doing
hard.
ad-libs in an interview?
Oh, yeah. I should actually go through and
Yo,
ad-lib
that's what
it.
I'm saying. Go back. Like,
But I got to do it like a drill rapper and have the ad-libs be as loud as the
Yo, I want to talk
lyrics.
about you for a second.
Oh, God, here we go.
Nah, for real.
What's good?
Because you know, I always like not research, but like I see, you know, I watch, you know, before I come on, like I seen you up on shit early. I see you put a lot of people on and show love to the youngins, man. I respect that.
It's kind of like my
heavily,
whole
bro.
thing.
Nah,
whole
but you
entry
do.
point into the
yeah,
game,
but
you
you
know?
don't just like I've seen people on your show before, like they really popping, you know, like when you just know they got, you know, like they ill, like all right, come on, move on, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't got a lot of people that just, you know, it's like a bandwagon shit.
But think about it. You got like, okay,
That's how I like it.
top hip-hop commentators, people like Joe Budden and, you know, these radio guys, they all have like a pretty conventional path.
Yeah.
I mean, not that being a rapper and then becoming a podcaster is conventional, but, you know, it makes sense. For me, it's like, how the fuck do you go from being like a BMX guy to fucking interviewing all these rappers? It was really just, you know, I did 2 hours with MC8 the other day, but it all started from interviewing like people that were just real underground.
But you've done some ill interviews though.
I appreciate that.
And you do them like the way you want to do them. I don't like people who just like do the interviews, ask the questions that they know is not gonna get nobody upset.
Right.
I mean, my whole thing is like this. It's like any interview you do, you should know what's going on.
Right.
You should know where you at. Honestly, and especially if you're talking that street shit, you should really, like, if you've been through anything, interrogation or spoken anywhere where you know you should really watch your words, you know, and think before you speak. It's not like we're here and you're like forcing me to answer in a second, you know?
Right.
I can hear your question, you know, re-say it in my mind and then answer it the way I want to answer it. I don't have to be like, you know, think with emotion and just answer and then hit you back in 8 hours like, yo, please don't put that out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because
no.
at the end of the day, it's all about respect, and people are not really going to respect you if you are asking questions that are just blatantly like trying to get them caught up.
Yeah,
you
because
know,
you got to be real. Like, you know, people got to remember, man, like when you speak, especially when you speak in these podcasts or interviews or anything, anywhere, anybody could watch it. Anybody could listen. It's like when you show, you know, on Instagram your money or guns and craziness and bazookas and, you know.
shout out Rondo.
Yeah.
That was fake though. That was a practice
That might have
bazooka
been
missile launcher thing. But they had signs around the neighborhood trying to find him.
Rondo's bazooka may have not been real, but
Right.
he's doing real time.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like I say, man, it's just crazy. Because all that shit right there is the pain. Like, we don't really broadcast the pain part of it. It looks dope. It's like when the Hennessy is hitting and those, you know, those perks is hitting.
Or the Buffalo Trace.
Yeah,
Whatever
the
fuck
Buffalo
that
Trace
shit
is hitting. Or that good, you know, that good for a Loco.
Oof.
Or when that K2 is hitting.
Oh.
That good Myrtle and Broadway, 3:36 in the morning.
You ever smoke Sherm?
Nah. Oh, dust?
Yeah.
Yeah, I smoked dust 3 times in my life.
what was the situations like?
Oh, man. I smoked dust on
You're like an
um,
original member of Wu-Tang. You ever did dust with RZA?
Yeah, I was with RZA smoking dust on New Lots.
I don't even want to kick it with RZA unless we could do some dust, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Sherm blunts, we
If
rolling
we
up,
can't
yeah.
smoke dust with RZA and buy gold on Canal Street, like I don't really want to do
That's
that.
the real RZA. I don't want to talk about life and shit like. No, I do, but under the influence
I want
of
to talk
Sherm.
about life, but I also don't want to wear like karate silk 3 in the morning. I
You
want to
think
do what I
that's what
want. Nah, I mean, he loves a good silk.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
What would you say if you met Trump?
If I met Trump,
If you met Trump, you walk up to Trump, you got a couple minutes with him at the bodega. What kind of conversation you gonna engage him in?
nah, the first thing I would just spit on the floor and then just look at him up and down. And then I would tell him straight up, like, you know, what you claiming? Where you from? You know what I mean?
From? It's like I'm from here.
Yo, son, who brought you home?
It's just weird that to a lot of people, that's a New Yorker.
Nah, but I would
That's
never
a New
be like,
Yorker.
yo, I would just be like, you know, basic shit. Like, yo, where you get your weed from? Yo, where you get your shape ups? And yo, why you mad pussy? And then like, I really don't have much to say. You know what I mean? We joking around right now.
Leave TikTok alone.
Yeah, leave TikTok alone, man. Leave people alone, man. Just leave the whole life alone.
But
you should just leave life alone, man.
That's a New Yorker right there.
Like, some people ain't good at life.
You and him are not, like, I'm not saying you're like him, but the energy that you guys have, like, I feel like you'll still be going at a Trump-like rate when you're 70. Because that's one thing that amazes me about him.
But you know
He's
what amazes
70
me the
and
most,
he's
though?
going.
You know what amazes me the most? It's not even that he is who he is and saying what he's saying. Because we've been known how people like him think. You know what I'm saying? Certain types of people, you know? So it's like, when you hearing this, it's like, it's crazy. But the shit that makes me crazy and like fucked up is like, yo, how is this shit being okay? It's being let go. Like nobody's just saying no.
Right.
Like, yo, nah, this can't happen. Like, you know, that's scary. It ain't like him. Because you're gonna tell me all the past presidents didn't share some thoughts that he shares? Come on, they just didn't, you know, they ain't project that at the, you know what time it is, man. Like he states his mind. That's one thing about him. But at the end of the day, that shit is dangerous, man. It's poisonous, you know?
There's a tweet I'm looking for right now.
Tweet you looking for?
Something that
My
he
tweets?
said, no, of his that, I'm not sure if I'm able to find it right away. It was like the craziest thing I ever seen him say. Basically saying like, America, you won't have to worry about low income people moving into your areas or whatever. Like it was the craziest, most racist thing that I think I had ever seen him say publicly, of basically just like assuring more well-off people that they won't have to worry about low-income people moving into their areas. And it was just, somebody should look it up and actually read this tweet, but it was savage. I could not believe my eyes when I read it.
Yeah, because you seeing that and you like, yo, how come this shit ain't getting people like, you know, like how come people ain't flipping out? Because you got to also remember, when you labeling people low income, if you go into a neighborhood that's considered low income, because I don't even know, that's bullshit. When you say like, yo, this is a low income neighborhood, you move in rich, high income people, you making it low income. You understand? Some people have been there, was already middle class. But if you raise the rent double, triple, and then you raise the residents that come in there with a higher salary, of course you just made them lower income. You understand? You create incomes. You create levels.
How has gentrification changed, like, you know, the area you grew up in? And
it has great.
Have you witnessed it?
Well, I tell you like this, in the Bronx, not as much though.
Right.
Where I grew up in the Bronx, no. Like on Davidson Avenue, like it's still wild. You know, people still throwing shit off the roof. It's 3 in the morning situations. That's just what that is, you know. I think like the Bronx is like ungentrifiable, you know. They're out there pockets, you know, like 3-4 people, but they'll run off the train right into the building at night. Like they'll go upstairs and sniff their coke with their eyes closed by themselves. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna be hanging out in the corner. Right. So there's just like, no doubt. You know, like they might see them at the store. But like in Brooklyn, yeah, they out there now. Like in East New York, they moving. You'll just see like 3 in the morning, like 13 German people walking. It's like, oh shit.
German people?
Yeah.
Just
random speaking German.
Just moved into the neighborhood.
Yeah, but they cool though. They doing their thing. They not even fucking with nobody.
Right.
My thing is this. It's not really about like who's moving in and who lives there. It's about who's blending in and who's not making an issue. If you come in, who's to say, yo, where you from? You know, like what's your culture, what's your nationality, what race? You know, like nobody's doing that at the border. You know what I'm saying? Right. But we just trying to say like, don't come in somewhere and try to change what's already good. Right. You know what I'm trying to say?
That's the stuff that really boils my blood when you hear about the people moving to certain areas in
And
Brooklyn.
they call the cops on their neighbors. They
complain about the fucking noise from people who've been
but they'll
playing
say what's up
music
to
there
you
for all
and
these
then
years.
call the cops on you. I know what time it is. They make sure you're home. So they're like, oh, they just said what up. Now they call the cops. Right. Then they're gonna say, I'm not sure, but I might have seen a gun. I seen something. Come on. Right. That's how it goes. Right. But my thing is this, man. You just gotta be aware. Once you got the knowledge and you know what's going on around you, you don't have to accept it, but at least you know you're aware. You're not surprised, you know? You're not gonna get caught up. You can't slip if you always got your Timbs on. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
like,
some real New York advice right there.
It's true.
Right.
It's like even, like, you know, it doesn't really matter where I'm at or what part of life I'm in right now. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be the same morals, the same foundation.
Still getting some pussy with your Timbs on?
Always.
Really?
Always. Because, yo, it's crazy. It's just like, you know, I could be in France. I could be in Belgium, Morocco, Pelham Parkway. I'm always going to be somewhere, you know, like the same body. I have to, man. I got to move the same. Now, my thing is this. Some people are just like, you know, they get a little bit of fame or some, you know, success, and they changes them. It's like we call that like lawsuit money in the hood. Like, yeah, you got bread, but we don't really respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he got some lawsuit or got some leftover, some money from his mom's or something, you know? We don't disrespect it and hate on it, but we don't really respect the shit. Like, you know, like, yo, you know, it's not the same.
Right.
It's when you earned it, you sweated for it, you risked yourself for it. So it's like, you know, it's a little bit of both sides, you see. It's like people want to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Me, my mind is gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been too long. I'm still out there. I'm still just, and when I say out there, I just mean like my surroundings are the same. I'm in the same neighborhood. I've been had bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been successful. Like, music didn't make me successful. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I always been known for going to get mine. It's like, you know, like everything you hear me say, it comes from stories, it comes from truth, you know? And that's just what it is. Like, you see me, I've been out for mad long. I've been on all over. I've talked crazy. I am the way I am, you know? I've been all over. Ain't nobody gonna call me out. I always give you details where I'm from. I don't talk like these rappers that come up here and give you these fucking, oh, I'm from all over. But where are you from? Like, oh, I rep the whole city. Oh, I represent New York as a whole. Oh, I'm from here. No, I give you detail. You wanna know where I'm from? And I'm like, right now I got a documentary coming out. Yeah, I'm also doing some shit with Complex, like a day in the life, but I'm doing like a week in the life. I'm gonna show you for real, you know? Because I love giving people the details. I don't like people who speak indirect, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to show you.
The details are what important,
yeah, the corners, like the actual places that define me, Big Body Bes. Because that's not like a name I created for the industry. That's who I was before this. You know, I came in as Body. That's just who I am. There's a reason why, like, everything, because if anybody could just come on the track and talk some shit. Yeah. But is it really verifiable?
There's something about that New York experience that keeps you.
It just is, man. I'm telling you. It's my heart. Like, I speak with pain in my heart. Even when I'm speaking with comedy, like, it's pain in there. You know what I mean? Like, but there's also righteousness. Like, I speak like a warrior. You know what I'm saying? Like, even this, like, my whole thing is like, I don't mind speaking on my losses because my losses are what made me a fucking winner. You know what I mean? That's the truth. Like, these aren't just things I say to sound ill or speaking. Like, that's how I think. Like, I think in statements. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mind is like that. That's just how I always been. Like, it's like a thing. Like, I don't know. It's like a lot of like Albanians speak like that. You know what I mean? They always speak like with wisdom. It comes from like the old towns. You know what I mean? Like the mountains. Like everybody would have to like, because you know you're living off the land. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just more like untouched by society. You know what I mean? So you gotta have the wisdom. Especially when you come from like a warrior land, you know, you gotta always watch your back, you know, from being invaded, you know what I mean? So it's like history repeats itself. It's like, you know how you might be from a land of war, you know what I'm saying? You're used to people invading your land, the enemy coming. It's the same thing in the hood. You watching out for the D's jumping out, that's the enemy. And then you running, you know, they got their gun, you might have something sharp on you, and you go into war.
Toothbrush.
Yeah, well, trust me, I go to war with anything. And I say go to war, I just mean defend myself and defend my jewelry. I'm not saying like to start problems. Like, see, people getting confused. It's like, if you see me in the Heights somewhere uptown and I'm in a, you know, like in a lobby 86 deep and nobody speaking English, that's not because like, you know, something negative is going on. That's because I fell in love with leather and gold. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's because AMG rims aren't cheap. This is why I try to tell you, like, it's not about material things, but it's about the things that bring you joy. You understand? Like, leathers on Fordham Road bring me joy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what it is. Like, you know, like going to the club and, you know, like discussing matters, you know what I mean? Like, and just, you know, being around people. Or if I'm just on the block somewhere in a beach chair, you know, and we're just conversating, like, it doesn't have to be extravagant shit. It's just about, you know, who I'm with. You know, the time we having. But sometimes it is fly shit. But sometimes it could just be in the neighborhood making a barbecue with somebody, you know?
Right.
Or like even getting into a brawl. You know, with some people, you know, like, it lets you know you're still here. You know, because I like people to know that I'm still touchable. You know what I mean? Like, I don't got, what you think, I'm in the bodyguards or some shit? You see I came dolo.
Why the fuck would I need a bodyguard when I look just like the motherfucking bodyguard?
And that's real shit. If you scared to move alone, then brother, you just scared to live. Like I told people in the beginning, man, I'm down to die, but you're just scared to live. This is the problem. Like you fearing something that's gonna happen regardless, bro. Like I know it's like this, man. Like, you know, I've been like, you know, I always like jewelry and like flashy things since I was young. You know what I'm saying? But I see some people like they go and buy these expensive watches and jewelry just to wear it like in Alpine, New Jersey in their mansion.
Right.
Or to lock themselves and go wear it in the woods. Like you're standing in the middle of the forest with a chain and an Audemars, you know? It's not really fun.
Right.
You know where you want to wear it at.
There's no point in having it unless you're
because this is the truth.
out there.
We want to be on the strip. You want to have expensive things in poor neighborhoods.
Right.
And we don't, see, I'm just saying it in a way, but it's the truth.
Right.
Because that's how you stick out. It's like when I go and wear, like if I go throw on a crazy chain and my watches and brings, and I go to Park Avenue, I go like somewhere like, they laughing at you like, the fuck is with this guy? Like, but when I go uptown, it's love, yo, it's fucking, oh shit. You feel me?
Right.
It's a sense of like belonging. It's a sense of outdoing somebody. That's the problem, you know? Sometimes we get caught up in that.
Right. Like
we trying to outdo our brothers and sisters like, yo, bro, you know, like you're fucked up, but I'm not. It's like, you know?
How do you draw that line between just
and
stunting
that's the problem.
reasonably?
But that's it, because there's a way to stunt and enjoy things. Like I can have something on, but I don't have to speak about it. Do I have to literally make a whole rant about what I have on? Or can I just have it? Like if my girl is bad and she's beautiful, do I gotta keep telling people? Or can she just be beautiful and let her look speak? Or let her soul speak, you feel me? Sometimes like people just gotta like let things be appreciated. It's like me, you don't see me jumping up around. You don't see me like trying to put, yo, hit me up, I'm doing verses for $86 or $542 a hook.
Right.
Like, I'm not hating if that's what you gotta do. Listen, I know there's no shows right now. The merch ain't moving. I know, I understand. The whole tough guy shit didn't work out, so now you're trying to become an activist. I understand. There's a lot, I know, I see the routines, I'm not mad. You know, cool, sell your t-shirt, sell your hoodie, and then use that money to get high, use that money to not take care of your kids. Listen, I mean, this is like, hip-hop is a huge fucking moneymaker. We gotta stop bullshitting. But me, I mean, I just have like some self-respect. I'll sell it when I wanna sell. I'll put out what I want. I don't sell verses. Never. I turn down more money than almost anybody in this game that's up and coming. Guaranteed. I don't care. I turned down 3 shows at Vice. I turned down shows at Complex.
Why?
And I fuck with them.
Why'd you turn
I
it
don't
down?
got no bad blood with them because I was out of my mind for about 30 minutes. You know what I mean? When I was on the phone and I was like doing business with people, it was like my mind was still the same way, like I'm on the corner. See, my whole thing was I'm trying to apply 100% street mentality to an industry, whereas I'm supposed to just be applying a small percentage of it. The morals and the foundation of the street should always be applied to the game. But me, I'm just trying to move 100% fast. I want it this way. I want my money now. I want this much. Yo, you know what I mean? And it's like, damn. And not to mention with me, it's like, they, you know, the way like the industry embraced me with like the companies was kind of like iffy, you know? They was trying to say for a while that I was difficult to work with. That's that word they do, you know? That's the phrase, difficult. When you want your money and you don't want to do things for free and you want to actually own your own shit, now I'm difficult. It's like the man with too much wisdom, he's crazy. You know, that's the easy label. Yo, he's just crazy. Because crazy cancels out everything. Everything you're saying is canceled out when you label crazy. Because crazy's like, yo, son, everything he's doing is not right. It's out of it because you know he's not right.
But the thing is that everybody's a content creator now, but it's viewed as this like prestigious thing to go and work for a company. Whereas like creating your own content, some people might look down at that as like a basic thing. But in reality, I mean,
you're right.
To really like invest and create something as a content creator and then to have a fucking monolithic corporation own it.
You're right about that.
That's
but
a
you know
depressing
what?
thought.
One thing you're saying is genius because creating content.
Right.
I kept waiting for people to come with the opportunity for me and come with their money and their budgets. Whereas I'm like, yo, I'm the motherfucking product, you know? Let me just apply the things I know from the street trade or, you know, after hour situations. Let me apply that to what I want to do here. I'm the product. Let me market myself, you know? Like, I'm the product. I'm just going to repitch myself. So instead of looking for somebody to put the bread up, I'm just going to come along and I'm just going to come out of my own pocket, film things. Like now I got my own YouTube channel, the Big Body Bes show. You just look up Big Body Bes show on YouTube. That's it right there. I got my own camera guys. I got videos coming. I got the album done. You know, now I'm getting the offers. Now everything is rolling. But my whole thing was like I was hard to get in contact with. I would just like I had my foot in the water, you know? Like I didn't want to jump in, but now I'm in there like fuck it. I'm swimming in this shit now. Cause my thing is like I don't want to do anything half-assed, you feel me? Like be like one of them what ifs, like damn man, you could have had this, you know? And then I got people like Alchemist, like Harry Fraud, you know what I'm saying? Like the best. These is the best in the game right here, you know what I'm saying? Like they reaching out to me nonstop, putting the pressure on, you know?
They're pressuring you to go in with the music.
All the time, all the time. And you know, like I gotta keep it real. Like one thing about them is like they connectors. Like those brothers right there, like Harry Fraud and Alchemist, like they not just trying to, you know, get something out of you. They really they're connectors. Like Fraud done brought me everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Fraud connected me with French. You know what I mean? Like we got tracks, like we got fire. You know what I mean? Like he connected me with a lot of people. He don't give me them little throwaway beats, you feel me? He gives me them joints. He gives me the movie time beats, you know? That Showtime shit, you know what I'm saying? So you know what time it is. Like when you hear that La Musica, you know what time it is. And then Al gives me them joints. You know, he gives me that 98 ALC shit. You know, like he gives me what I want. And it's like that. It's because I don't just like work with these brothers. Like I got relationships with them. Like, you know, like me and Fraud, we'll go on like a vacay somewhere. Like, you know, we jumping out the jet. We wilding, you know? Like we might be somewhere shopping for used Infinity rims together. Yeah, it's like that.
It's
you
like
know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how shit, real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he might buy a salvage car off my man Flacco or something. That type of shit we do. But either way, it's my bros. Like I don't just say that shit to, you know, it lost meaning when people lost meaning to the word brother, you know? Because who are they, you know? These are dudes that check in on me, make sure. They make sure, you know what I mean? Like, yo, Body, you good? Nah, son, we gonna do this. Nah, I'm gonna organize your shit. Yo, I'm mixing it. Yo, you be procrastinating. That's my thing. I always had mad opportunities, mad things. That's one thing Tax always told me, man. Yo, free my brother Taxston. Free Taxston. He be home soon. And like it or not, he coming home. And that's just it, you know?
That's a huge hole in the hip-hop landscape. I think there was like a real effort to sort of write him out of the history
Oh, yeah,
of
100%.
independent content creators and shit. Like he's in an incredibly important moment in hip-hop history when he made the streets fuck with podcasts to a level that they had not previously.
He's one of the most important people the last 20 years in the hip-hop industry. I stand by that. And this isn't like, yo, because that's my brother and I'm here to sound good or I want to just big him up. No, this is the truth.
You never seen anybody like him.
Never.
Get that far in the game.
Never. And I knew he got it. He from East New York, man. East New York don't raise no cowards, bro. Trust me. So I'm like, yo, listen, my man is built for this. And not to mention all the youth that he put on. All the people, all the shit that he been predicted. You know, like, I'll tell you a story, man. Like, I did some shit. We did an episode, you know what I mean? Like, for the Vice show, a block party. You know, I came around the block. We did a big block party, so I brought Vice through. Boom, we did it. We used some songs in there. We used a computer song. They used it, whatever, you know. Vice couldn't clear it because, you know, when like a 46-year-old hipster, you know, that's coked out of his face, calls for, you know, Bobby Shmurda and these dudes to clear something, they tell them to go fuck themselves, you know. But and they was like, yo, we can't clear it, we can't use the scene. And the scene was too fire. So I said, no. Boom, Tax. In 6 minutes, they sent over the email to Vice, cleared it. They didn't want $1. Not $1, you know? Use it, everything full, you know? Come on, man.
It's a beautiful thing.
Nah, just the point though. My man used to pull up on me 2 in the morning. He used to pull up on the block, come to Fulton and jump out on me and be like, yo, what you doing, bro? You wildin'. Yo, man, you got to do this. Yo, man, we got to do this, man. You got too much talent. Yo, this and that. Yo, we was going to do a morning show, me and my bro.
Really?
Yeah, we had a morning show set up.
Or a radio station type thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was going to be me, him, and a young lady. It was going to be some wild things going on.
Wow.
That's why I say, like, you know, like, he was reaching out to me, but he didn't need me. Like, he's successful already. His podcast was popping. He already had 18 situations going on in the industry, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know who he was rubbing shoulders with. You know what I'm saying? It's not a joke. It's not like a conspiracy.
Yeah.
My man built his shit. So it's just like for him to reach out to me during all his shit, even during his drama, to still be like, yo, Body, what's Body doing? Yo, nah, I'm gonna make sure he gets on. I'm gonna make sure I help him. He don't need to do that shit. So things like that just make me like, you know what I mean? Like, these are people you gotta keep with you forever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if the whole world thinks you wrong. You always right to me. That's just how I gotta be, man. Where's your loyalty? Where's your morals, man? Like, really, just show me. Like, show me who knows you. Like, you know, who could vouch what you're talking about, man? You see me when I come out and I talk crazy and I say wild things. Like, there's nobody that's saying, yo, he's wild and he's lying. You know where I'm from. There's no lying. There's no faking out there, bro. I'm not here to say, you know, like, yeah, I wild out on some IG shit and we talk around a lot. You see me on the show smoking and saying my little jokes here and there, but you know what time it is. If you read between the lines, you really know what time it is. It's not a game at all. On any level, it's not a game. You see what's going on. There's people in prison. There's people dead in the streets. There's a lot going on. We just see bits and pieces like what we want to see and what people put out there. You know, you just see what the blogs put or what XXL reports. You don't really know what goes on. You don't know between the scenes what goes on and who's putting in work and who's dying behind this shit. You see the rappers doing their thing, but you don't know who died behind that rapper's chain and who's putting in work. And you don't know, see, like, and also I'm gonna say this too, man. You should really think about who you interview, man. In general, anybody, not you. Think about who you interview and think about the interviews you're doing, man, who you speaking about, man. Because a lot of people, man, they might not be doing a lot of interviews no more, man. The facial features ain't looking right, bro. Be careful, man. It's a small city, man. Some people that act tough on camera in their videos, they're really tough, man. I swear to you, bro, they're not just joking. They're really with the shits, man. They don't know no better. They just came on rapping, but they're not rappers, man. I'm just saying that. This is a hustle to some people. This is one more ladder to climb. Don't start labeling people rappers and industry people. Be easy, man. This is like, it's like I always say, man, like we love to, like, you know, people, as when I say we, is like, as a market, as a fan, you know, you love this real shit. You love that gangster shit. You know, when that certain beat comes on and the weed is lit, the Henny's flowing, the adrenaline, that shit sounds ill. You know, you want to make them gun signs with your fingers. I know. And you might even want to throw a little gang sign up when nobody's looking. I know, you hype. It feels good. You want to be part of that shit, I know. But then it's like, then comes reality, man. When you get your face sliced open. I mean, and then your girl's getting beat up on Fulton Mall. I mean, like, this is not life. You know, your sneakers are taken. You know, somebody's trying your chain on that doesn't speak English. I mean, it looks like a scene from City of God. Like, you know, like, this is not the life you want.
Right.
I don't want that. Would you want that?
No.
No. So I'm saying is, why don't we just focus on us? You got something to sell? Talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, project yourself. Why do a whole interview about somebody else? You know? And like, we also do this thing where it's like these street dudes who get into the industry say, like, you know, I'm in the industry now, bro, you know? I'm just trying to be a reporter. I'm just trying to be a rapper. I'm just trying to be a breakdancer. It's like, you could do that. You know what I'm saying? But where's the morals, man? Be easy, brother. Remember, man, that shit doesn't protect you. There's no fucking industry bulletproof vest. Like, there's no, like, bubble, you know what I'm saying? Right. We're going to be at these parties, man. Everybody. This quarantine ain't forever. And I know, you know what it is? You can see a lot of people, a lot of these imitation street rappers and fake dudes that they're bugging out on quarantine. They're going on IG Live and going through crazy outbursts because I know you never did time before. See, I could tell you've never been, you know, confined to a room. You know, I could tell because your brain's going crazy after a month. So I see it. I see your character coming out. Like, I see it in bits and pieces. All I got to do is go on your, look, like my IG, like what they call, I'm like an IG creep, but I don't got no fake page. It's me. You'll see me on mad people's pages looking at they shit, because I'm seeing what's up. I'm seeing my surroundings. I'm studying my surroundings. You see me, like, yo, Body viewed my video or something, but you don't say, nah, I don't like you. I'm just watching what you're doing.
Right.
I'm making sure, you know what I mean, how you moving. I'm just seeing you already. I'm disgusted with you. You thinking with emotion. Dude just like 39 years old doing teenage drugs. Like ecstasy, son?
Who's on the ecstasy?
A lot of emotional rappers. There's more than one. You see, I don't want to see, when I speak like this, I'm not speaking in directs.
Right.
I don't want you to feel like, yo, he's not saying names.
Right.
For me to say a name is to put somebody's name attached to me, and I'm not doing that. Nobody's going to ride my wave. You're never going to. All my interviews is better than all your albums.
Right.
My interviews are classics. You can't come on these interviews, you know? You can't be attached to me ever. If I, like this right now, like there's certain rappers I don't fuck with. There might be a time where we see each other and, you know, yeah.
Like you're
that.
out here.
No, I'm just being what it is. Like,
you see anybody you don't like at Rolling Loud, and what's that like?
Like, I already see nobody I didn't like. You know what I mean? Because if I would have seen somebody I didn't like, then we would have seen each other and we would have did things we didn't like. It's like, my thing is like, yo, everything has a time and place, man. You saw how many cops was at Rolling Loud?
Oof, yeah.
How crazy was it? Gang
was
unit
crazy,
everywhere.
yeah.
Hip hop cops, gang unit, task force everywhere. So it's like, yo, what you gonna do? You saw they didn't even let certain dudes go on.
That's true.
What happened, right?
Yeah.
Don Q, all them dudes, they didn't let them go on. Casanova, they didn't get to go on.
Pop Smoke.
Pop
Rest in
Smoke.
peace.
Hottest joint in the summer. Come on, Brooklyn got it right now.
You heard it 100 times all day, but he wasn't
Yeah,
there.
but you knew that though.
Yeah.
You know how the game goes.
How's it feel seeing New York lose clearly, you know, the biggest up-and-coming rapper in quite some time, and to see him taken like that? He was the sound of the city for a couple of years there.
Oh, God bless the dead, man.
Huge,
God bless his soul.
Huge blow for the city. I mean, there was a good
Huge blow for the city.
good
Huge
year
blow
there
for
where he
rap.
was the sound of the
Huge
city.
blow for life. That was a huge blow to life.
You ever get to tap in with him?
Huh?
You ever met him? No?
Nah. Knew some mutual people, and you know what I mean. Knew people from his area. You know, a lot of people from Canarsie. You know, East New York, Canarsie, same area, borderline. You know, Flatlands, all of that. But the situation with him was like again, like he just came through and swept, and it was like, you know, on fire, you know, and it was just like, damn, like you seen the growth and you seen the whole movement, and he was so out there with it, you know. But it was just fire because it was young. Like, people forget, they see me, they're like, yo, you know, like, he was 19 popping.
Right.
Like, that's fucking young, son.
The sound
But
of the
mad
fucking
mature.
city. Everywhere you went, that's
But
all
his
you could hear.
interviews, you see how he spoke? Everything you could tell he said, he thought
Like
before
a
he spoke.
fucking oracle. Like, he just had
Yeah,
too much wisdom to be
too
such
much
a young
wisdom,
kid.
and everything he said meant something. It wasn't just to be heard. Yo, I just want to get some airtime. Nah, he made sure. See, people like this, these are like, some people call them trendsetters. I call them like, these are like life lessons. These are like the teachers of life. You know what I mean? Like, we label people rappers and like industry people, and you feel like you can't learn something. Like, it could be anybody. You could learn something from the maintenance man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We just keep putting labels on somebody. It's like when somebody got a job and we be like, oh, he a working man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what that man do. That's just something he got on paper. I don't label nobody.
Right.
Like, you don't know what you're gonna miss out on. Labeling somebody is like being on some like prejudice shit or racist. You just don't label that man that whole way of stereotype, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what he's about. You don't know nothing, man. I take life one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole thing is like sometimes my mind races because I got like so many thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And instead of me just speaking everything and not making sense, I'd rather just fall back and think what I want to say. But like when I go into the booth or I do like a song or a verse, like it's just off. I just go off the top. Because I feel like when you pre-write something, for me at least, it doesn't have the same emotion effect. When I go in there and I'm feeling a certain way and I got that beat, I'm just in there, I'm in my zone. It's just like it comes out the way it comes out. And there is no like, you know, retakes or no, you know, that's it, one take. So it just works out. Like even if I got to chop some stuff out the end or something, but nah, that's it, man. I just like being me, man. So far it's worked well.
Right.
You see the numbers, you see what I'm doing. And not just about that, but it's good to know that things are not just going off, you know? They're not just going over people's heads. Like, people see it, like, you know? I've built myself as a brand. Now it's time to really just, you know, go all the way out. The album is ready. I got 3 videos down. Documentary's halfway done. That's it.
And so are you rapping more than you have in the past?
Yeah,
okay.
I actually got like song formats. I got hooks, you know, like flows and all that, bars, everything. But then I have my own style. Like, I'll have a hook. Then I'll have what might come off like a spoken word, but it's in a bar form. You understand?
Right.
It's still gonna flow on beat. Like, even when I speak on beat. You understand? So it's like, I can't describe it. It's like, everything I do is to a beat.
Right.
Walk to a beat. You know, like, everything to the beat. So it's like, you know, even when you fight to a beat. So it's like everything is, you know, you fuck to a beat. Everything, you know what I'm saying? Life, you know, like, you know, everything. Just life is like, you know, the beat of life, man. That's it.
That's real. So what you smoking on right there?
There's some fire Skywalker OG.
Where's that fucking macaroni and cheese ass wax that you had in here before?
Oh, that's that, yeah.
I really thought it was macaroni and cheese. There was so much
I look
of
like
it.
some fucking soft cook up. Look like we're waiting for like 30 grams to dry.
When's the last time you cooked crack?
Crack? Yeah. Man, you just gotta reword things, man.
No, I figured it was probably a while ago, right?
Yeah. I mean, over the jurisdiction things, you know what I'm saying?
I want to hear about the
You want to hear about the nights in Allentown?
Yeah.
PA? You want to hear about nights in Bethlehem?
I want to see how much.
You want to hear about Choo Choo?
Damn, you was in Bethlehem?
3 for $50,
I
man.
want to see how much of this goes into a blunt, too. Oh, this shit is
fire.
This shit is heavy.
That's that jet fuel indoor cake batter.
God.
That's that good, though.
This is
You lace that on the Dutch. That's like the fuel, you know?
Right.
It's like hash, you know? How you lace a little hash in your weed?
Yeah.
Because people see that and they'll be like, yo, I'm like, son, that's just THC.
Right.
But they see it like that. It's like, nah, it's white. I'm like, nah, it's filtered. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
you come to Cali, you learn shit.
You guys kind of got known for that. Being the dab guys, the wax guys, the fucking, you out.
Let's talk about when you were living in Brooklyn.
Ooh.
Tell me some stories. Like,
Dirty
what was
as
going
fuck
on?
every day. Just
You was living in Brooklyn when it was Brooklyn. You wasn't running the fad. You wasn't in there just following people. You was doing your thing.
2005, 2006 when I moved there. But
you had a reason to be there.
When I look at it, like, I was out riding bikes every fucking day, dirty as hell, not knowing where to go. I'll go to the local bar, hook up with some girl that I met off fucking MySpace or whatever.
Yeah.
But for the most part, bro, I was really riding bikes with grimy ass kids. Like, everybody I was hanging out with was, you know, either like in high school, in college. Like, I was just riding bikes every fucking day, dirty as fuck, filming, sitting around, drinking Four Locos, smoking other people's weed at the fucking Brooklyn banks.
Living your life.
Riding.
Going to crazy raves in Bushwick.
Riding 7 miles to go ride a ledge in Uptown.
Doing fake Molly.
Get kicked out right away. Oh, man, definitely. No, I remember, like, the first time I ever did coke.
Oh, man.
Brooklyn. That was a bad phase, but
it was a bad phase.
Yeah, it was a rough.
Oh, man, a lot of appliances got sold on Ocean Avenue 3 in the morning.
Nah. I got
yo,
mad
is that
tickets.
Adam right there on Bedford and Atlantic in front of the shelter with a microwave?
Bro, I still got warrants in New York for riding bikes on the sidewalk.
Man,
Actually, I don't know.
I got iCards, mad places.
Yeah. When's the last time you hopped the turnstile?
The last time I hopped the turnstile was probably like 2003.
Damn,
I definitely hopped it with like a scale and like a 2-3 ounces of haze in my pocket.
Wow.
Because I used to always do hot boy shit, just hop the train for no reason. Like, you got plenty of money, I just don't want to do it. I was like, you know, it's like a come up thing. It's like going to a store and like knowing you could steal some shit and you got more than enough money to buy it, but you still took it. It's because you can't deny a come up.
You still take
like an opportunity.
Take a Snickers real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, if I had to.
I got too much respect for the bodega owner.
Nah, I won't keep it. I'll take a Snickers, but I won't take it from the bodega. I'll go to Pathmark. I go somewhere to stop one.
You did pull up with that good CVS bag.
Yeah, I always got a good pharmacy bag, man.
Keep it real.
You gotta always have at least 2 prescriptions on you for something.
Go and just shut. I used to be scamming at the Dwayne Reed. It was easy as fuck out there. We'd be getting cartons of cigarettes and selling them and shit.
You like that, man.
I was scamming in 2003. I just want to throw that out there.
2003?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, man.
So it's kind of crazy to see.
I keep it with you. I came up with a boosting.
For
Like
real?
my first real like crazy money shit was boosting.
Yeah.
But like we took it to a different level. When I say boosting, I mean racking, getting money, catching racks. Like this was like for heavy shit.
For what? Like department stores? Where
yeah, we were
at?
doing department stores with Lizzie bags. You know, that's with the tin foil and the electric tape.
Right.
You make those. You know, you tuck it all around the brown paper bag. You store the stuff in there. You know, it doesn't go off in the detector.
I used to hear about that a lot.
Then I get the magnets. Like we had all that. We had the little magnets to go back in the days, like destroying like video stores, like out of state. We were doing crazy things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember going out of state like for like 6, 7 days in a rental, going across the fucking country, and coming back loaded up with shit. That's just how it is, man. Like everything we do, man, like we do it big. Like I never had patience. Like I just never had patience to like slow investments. You know what I'm saying? Like I like everything fast. You know what I mean?
But you look back at that time now and you feel like, holy shit, why was I taking those kind of risks? I didn't need to do that.
I did take a risk, but then I needed it.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like in my mind, I needed it. Cause it's not like, yo, I was like, yo, I'm feeding my family. You know, like, yo, I need this for steak money. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this is like out of necessity in your mind. Like, yo, I need this. We don't need that. We don't need 10 pairs of sneakers or flashy chains. But in our mind, we do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in my life, is like extra things is like necessity to me. To me, a nice car is necessity. Or having a fat bankroll in your pocket or something nice. Like, but to an average person, it's about having real estate or having, you know, like investments. But it's like, it's just crazy. Because think about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, even in the Bronx, like in Fordham, like, growing up is like, there's mad poverty out there. You know what I mean? Everything is like, you know, low income. There's a lot of crime, there's drugs. But then you go on the Fordham Road, there's fucking $1 million jewelry stores, you know, selling a $100,000 chain. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's going on, you know? Selling designer clothing, you know? Because think about it, all the fire stores that sell the fly gear you love is in the hood. Harlem, 125, Fordham Road, Knickerbocker, you know, Graham, you know, like all the hoods, you know, the strips, Jamaica Avenue.
I used to live right next to Knickerbocker. There ain't
100%.
shit over there.
No, you know what I'm saying, though.
There's ill shit there now?
Oh, you definitely bought things on Troutman and Knickerbocker.
No.
Yeah.
I did not, but I'm aware of exactly what you're talking. I might have bought some fitteds. I might have bought some Boston fitteds in New York back then, man. I never rock a Yankee
Shouts to my Bushwick thugs, man. Listen, yo, don't sleep, man. They try to give Bushwick a bad name that is all gentrified. Bushwick is still live, man.
I used to live right up by Maria Hernandez Park where there's mad heroin addicts around there and shit.
They let them know Bushwick is live, man.
Bushwick
I don't know.
live.
Bushwick get money. Official. Mad shorties out there.
It's just different now. I've been over there.
There's parts of it,
It's
parts
a
of
little
it changed.
different now, but
there's still parts of it alive. Like Bushwick Projects is live.
Right.
All the projects is always going to be live.
You could never leave New York?
I'm going to always have a residence there. Like, even if I go somewhere, like, I come to Cali every month.
Right.
I'm out here 10 days a month, a week a month. But I'm always in New York. Like, I'm always going to be uptown. I got to ride through the Heights. I got to go see my family in the Bronx. Like, I got to be there with the family. I got to, like, you know, that's where I shop. That's where I want to get my hair cut. That's where I want to, like, eat. That's where I want to conversate, get my hair braided. Fuck is you laughing at? You know what I mean? That's where I do all my Telemundo interviews. You know, things like that. You know me from Spanish MySpace, man. Telling you, man. We does this, man.
Once you get the YouTube channel, you got to get the Spanish translated version too. I think they would appreciate that.
Yo, I'm doing, listen, all jokes aside though, I got a lot of Spanish music coming out.
Really?
I'm working with some big artists. I got some dudes from the Heights and some big things. I'm doing some reggaeton records. I'm doing big things, man. Listen to me. I promise you I'm not gonna waste this opportunity. I'm giving you the best. I know everybody says they shit is, but you know what I do. You know I make movie music. You know that. You know it. Like, you just feel it. Like, I've never sold you nothing. I've never asked you to buy a shirt. I've never said, yo, buy this from me, this CD. Everything I've given to you from my heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thirsty for your bread. I'm giving you this album for free too. I'm not charging you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm just letting you know, like, everything I've built, you know, the fan base, the family, because my fan base is my family. Like, they fuck with me for me. You know, it's genuine. Because if you meet somebody and they're a Body fan, you know it's real. Like, there's not like, oh, I'm just like them. Because no, there's no reason to just, you know what I'm saying? I don't got no top 10 song. I don't got no dances out. You know what I'm saying? If you a big Body Bes fan and you quote me, you know it's real.
It's for the cultured.
It really is. It really is for the cultured and for the well-aware. You know what I mean? But even if you're not well-aware and you don't fuck with me, I'm going to show you a reason to fuck with me. I'm going to win you over. Because wisdom is addictive. Knowledge is addictive, you know what I'm saying? It's the truth. And shouts to my brother Knowledge too, man. Produce. One of the best producers out there, man. He's out there wilding out right now, man. He's somewhere covered in gasoline, walking around, minding his business.
How you feel about you, Griselda fan?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I seen their whole come up, yeah.
That shit's crazy.
They fire, man.
It's been wild watching this all take place.
And you know what's fire about them too? Give it up to those brothers.
As he breaks down a Dutch into a plastic bag from the CVS, the bodega.
Yeah, a little bit. I had a British. This is
you
a real
New York. From a New York bodega?
Yeah, this is a Fulton Street. This is a Fulton and Van Sicklen bodega bag. So I'm like, yo, listen. With them, their thing is, you know, they did it their way. You know, independent, doing it their way. Well, people try to label underground, but they still getting above ground money.
Right.
Above ground situations. Above ground attention. That's the way it's got to be, man. Now you see people want to ride that wave.
It's always been Dutches? Or?
Yeah, it's always, back in the days it was Phillies, White Owls. But I ain't gonna lie, everybody's smoking backwoods now. I remember backwoods was around in 97, 98. In Brooklyn, they were smoking backwoods in 97.
Right.
But now it just, you know how hip hop redoes shit.
It's a weird cycle. I always
listen, I always remember, I used to buy my weed in the corner store. I like buying my weed in the building, corner store, a fake video store, record store.
Right.
Like, I used to buy my weed. It's back in the day, so these corners ain't the same no more, but it used to be on Pickett and Pine in East New York. It used to be a fake record store. You walk in there was no records. There was a Jamaican guy standing there with a crazy hat on, with mad posters and a hole in the ceiling. And you could either get your nicks or your dimes. And it was that fat nick or that skunk, that Irie, you know, that Arizona. Well, he was calling it skunk. It was just green. He was like, yo, Dread, this shit got roach spray in it. Yo, this shit got mad glass in it. He'd be like, yo, then that's a bonus.
Wow.
It'd be like that, man.
What happened to all those
Shouts
spots?
to LP, Linden and Powell.
The cops shut those spots down, like all the fucking shitty...
Broadway and Van Buren. We used to smoke the Tyson. Remember that Tyson weed?
No.
It came in a cube.
I remember the chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate. It was like chocolate, but they used to compress it into a cube.
Right.
And put some type of shit on it. And it was like a fake compressed weed. And they used to call it Tyson. That shit knocked you out like Tyson.
I bought Nicks at the skate park.
Oh yeah, Nicks.
All day.
A $5 bag of drug will always hold you down.
Yeah.
It may not be impressive,
right,
but it's gonna do something.
Yeah.
You might wake up in the bookings with blood on your shirt.
Let's talk about doing Sherm again.
Sherm, oh yeah. Go back to the dust. Yeah, good. Let's go back to that time we was swimming.
Yeah, good.
That time we was swimming down Lenox Ave.
About to get a gallon of water.
Oh man. Shouts to 116 and Lex.
I said that to
if you know about that good water.
I said
my
to
dreads,
Jadakiss
my
that
dreads
line,
with that old school dust juice.
And Jadakiss kind of like he like told me like I was talking about dust juice, and I kind of like I knew that, but like obviously when I say it, I'm usually referring to an actual gallon of water. Yeah. And that was kind of lost in translation. It was kind of awkward moment.
Yeah, that water is that dust.
No, I know.
Oh, you know, but I want to break it down for some of the people.
Okay, yeah.
Like dust, angel dust, Sherm, embalming fluid. That's craziness. That's crazy man drug. I know people that lost their lives, you know, doing long stretches in the mountains for that shit. You don't want to be in that shit. I smoked that shit one time because I didn't know better. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I was with Dominican individuals, you know. So, of course, I made bad decisions. So we out there wilding. You know what I mean? I was on 8th Street. You know 8th and 6th Ave?
Ooh.
Grace Papaya back in the days?
Oh, yeah.
If you know about 8th Street, you know Sunday afternoon back in the days on 8th and 6th. All the big dogs used to park their big boy whips right there. Sunday around 2 o'clock in the spring, you just park your big boy whip, stunt, all your jewelry on. It's like 03, 02 era.
I could go for a fucking papaya spot burger right now.
Fire.
The burgers.
Yeah.
I don't even care about the juice, burger, bro. They just have some shitty ass burgers I'd be fucking with.
You the type to order the fish at the steakhouse.
Oh yeah, all day. All day. Why not? Let's live.
Yo, but what else I was saying? What was you talking about?
Just doing dust, you know?
Yeah, doing dust. That shit'll have you crazy, man. I was in the city smoking dust. It took me 6 hours to move 1 block.
Wow.
I had to hold on to the wall. Then you come with the rage. Start thinking about things from the past.
I don't know what's driving me to get drunk right now, but...
You the type to smoke dust and want to start saving hip-hop.
I'm with that. That works for me. We got to save hip-hop, man. That's what we doing out here.
That's what we're doing.
We got to save hip-hop.
You got to save hip-hop.
Hip-hop don't need saving. That's the one weird thing about it. I'm in a lot of communities that there's a tone of you got to support. You gotta support. Hip hop never really felt like that. It's like this shit is lit enough that it's good on its own.
Right. You know what? Back in the day, like all the 80s rappers were like, yo, we got to save hip hop when it was going into what they was calling gangster music.
Right.
But they just labeled it that. Because all the old school guys were talking street gangster stuff. They were just saying it in a different way. They were rapping like he hot, you know what I'm saying? But the flows changed, but the shit is still like street related matters, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's still shit that involves the community. I feel like a lot of people are out of touch with the neighborhood. Or some people, it's like I'm trying to think who said it. Like, just because, you know, not everybody from the hood is from the street. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Some people just lived in an area where things were going on, but they were working guys, school kids, hanging out in the house, doing karate splits, crying, you know, not coming outside.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they still from there, but they're not from it. You understand? So it's a difference, you know what I mean? This is what I tell people. It's like a lot of people are just in the game based off association. Or a lot of people are just street related based off who they know. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Oh, yeah.
It's like when I could pull up right now. I could have pulled up with 30 guys in a second.
Right.
Pulled up with 30 guys, ice grilling, telling you, yo, we sure we good here, yo, because my man got it on him. And had to show you it. You know, I've been through that. People always, and yo, listen. I'm telling, yo, listen, hold on, which camera? I'm trying to speak to hip hop right now.
Go for this one.
Yeah, hello, I'm speaking to hip hop directly, the whole hip hop. Stop trying to impress me when I meet you. I don't want to talk about nothing negative. Don't show me nothing. Don't tell me fake war stories or FaceTime your big homie and tell me that he's the one that used to play Duck Duck Goose with. I don't want to do none of that with you. I just don't. I really don't. Like, I'm good, man. I got enough pain in my fucking mind and my heart. You understand? Like, I don't want to hear your fake negativity. I don't. Like, I don't want to hear your fake war stories. I don't want you asking me about things. Like, trust me. Trust me, because a lot of these rappers, they come around, like, and they think they could pull up on me and they want to come chill and see. And then, you know, they find out that a lot of dudes just don't respect them and they get treated a certain way and then it's weird, you know? And then they don't hit me up and then I don't get invited to Coachella. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
That invite got lost in the mail?
Yeah, but I had a good day. I had a good time at Yams Day.
Right.
R.I.P. Yams. That was a beautiful moment in there. You know, shouts to Rocky making me a part of that. That was fire.
He made sure that you were there?
100%. He wanted me in there doing my thing, coming out, bringing people, you know, co-hosting. You know, that's a good brother right there. I seen him in the street one time, 1 in the morning. I was on like Avenue A and Sunblock, we're not gonna say. And I was in a very expensive vehicle with a very good piece of garment on, with a Latin woman. And we just bumped into each other random, chopped it up. I respect him for that. Your man was walking around Lower East Side Dolo, you know, doing his own thing, wilding. You know, respect. Chopped it up, you know, it's a good dude. Got a little history. You know what I mean? Like, I fuck with everybody, man, who fucks with me. Like, just because you don't see me posting pics with people and, like, you know, fake showing love online, don't think people don't embrace me and fuck with me and I don't fuck with people.
Right.
Because people get that confused. Like, yo, you didn't promote my album or tweeted or something. Don't think I don't fuck with it. I'm just focused on me.
Right.
Like, I'm not a walking billboard. Like, you know, you got to get an agent or a publicist for that. If I fuck with you and I just remember to, I see you, I'm going to show love. But I'm not doing it out of spite. Like, my life doesn't revolve around social media, man.
Right.
Like, I have real things going on. Like, my man just came home from doing 6. And before that 6, he was only home for 2 months while he just did 5. So you understand? Like, 11 years gone, you know what I mean?
Wow.
And he's home now. And he's doing better than some of your fucking middle-aged favorite rappers, you know what I'm saying? It's like, things like this bring me joy. Not a fucking retweet or how many likes I got. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna get it regardless.
A lot of people don't have shit going on social media, but they live their whole life just trying to be
everything.
These famous people.
Everything.
Like they do all the things that famous people do. They're fucking on live all the time for 3 people.
Yeah,
it's fucking weird,
renting
bro.
an Airbnb, wearing
Take pics.
Yeah, 10 karat gold. You know, you have disrespectful jewelry on.
Right.
It's not even about the money. It's just about the image that you want to be a part of. You want to portray this thing. If you can't do it right, then don't do it. How about that? I don't do anything that I don't think is going to come out correct. How about that?
Right.
How about stop trying to do something that you're not ready for? You know? How
Yeah.
about that, man? That's why I fuck with people, man, who like themselves, man. Like, you might see somebody with me and you might be like, yo, you know, yeah, like two different type of people. Like, I wouldn't see you with him but you don't know, like, what that person is. You know, you don't know what things we got in common. You just talking about you don't dress alike, or yeah, I don't have the same exact past or from the same area. You don't know what we got, you know? Our bond could be deeper than that. People gotta stop assuming, man. If you don't know something, ask me. You know what I'm saying? Instead of assuming some shit. You see how I am. How many years ago I met you, though?
Didn't we just meet Rolling Loud? Or did we meet before that?
Way before that shit, man.
Where?
Fool's Gold, man. Stop acting brand new, man.
I've never been to Fool's Gold.
Yeah, you was in Fool's Gold, man. You was smoking dust.
You talking about some other white boy? I've
Yeah,
never
you were
been
there.
to Fool's Gold.
You was at Fool's Gold,
No, I've
smoking
never
dust,
been to
covered
that
in
shit.
piss. You
met some other guy from a metal
you had
band with a
front
throat
there.
tattoo, and you thought it was
You
me.
was there. You was you had a Pusha T t-shirt on.
I remember I met Pusha T back in the day in New York because I went to a clip show, and I remember him calling out the audience because the audience was all white kids and calling them out for saying the N-word, but he was like laughing about it to the audience. And I always think about that, like I wonder if he just does that every night, like just every night on tour, you know.
That's funny. You're offended by Pusha T saying that.
Yeah, I wasn't offended. I was just interested because I'm like, has this just been like the last 10, 15 years of his life of just like making the same joke every time he performs? I don't know.
Yeah, sick person.
I love Pusha T. We posted him doing
he's
some
ill.
charity
Yeah,
work,
he's ill, man.
and he was like, "Hey, no jumper, you got to come out and do this." I'm like, "Am I really?"
He's
gonna
a
do this?
legendary man too.
I'm gonna
man.
book a flight to Virginia and get a room at the Marriott so I can hand out turkeys with Pusha T in the hood.
That's fire.
And Malice gonna come.
You see?
Let's go, Laura. You're coming. There we go.
Laura's good, man.
Laura's
Let me just say,
masked up.
Laura's one of the best. We was bonding outside over some old Jadakiss music. She's good money, man. She knows her Rough Rider compilations well.
She was in the studio. No, that was actually her banging on the drums.
Nah, that's a fact.
The champ is here. That was her.
She got a good heart. You can tell she drives with one hand on her hip.
Oh yeah. Holy shit, that's a mental image right there. I wish y'all don't even know about Laura. Laura's one of the greatest mysteries on this podcast. We talk about her all the time, but they never really get the glimpse. She's kind of like a big Body Bes in that way.
That's what I mean. She's mysterious.
Yeah.
But you know she probably makes a fire casserole or some type of baked ziti.
We don't even know, yeah.
Keep it real. Don't joke around. You sell mac and cheese on Facebook?
On Facebook. Bro, she's so rare. The only time I ever seen her looking at a guy with lustful eyes, he looked like Garth Brooks. Real talk, a young Garth Brooks.
Ah, man.
Yeah.
Move away from the oppressor's lure.
Yeah, I know. Laura, you gotta stop fucking with these white boys. They ain't gonna treat you right, man.
I want to see you with a good Mongolian man.
She wants a skater in her life. She
Or
wants
like
a good Chad
like a
Musker or
Cambodian guy
something,
who could change you.
She wants anyone. Oh, she an Eminem head. Eminem out the. That's all she cares about.
She's like a huge Sheek Louch fan.
Oh my God, you like the Albanian Sheek Louch. You should have just came with that tagline from the beginning.
That's it. Don't ever disrespect me.
No, what?
He's the illest.
He's
one of the illest, but I can't be nobody.
But I didn't understand him when I was a kid.
I know.
I wasn't a huge fan as a kid. I had to grow into it.
He's one of the illest. Sheek is like
It took me a little
underrated
while.
dope.
Oh,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And he's also like the allure. Like he ain't put too much out, but
He's so
every time he
rare.
did, it was fire.
He's rare.
But me, you got to keep it funky. I came in the industry. I came in the game. I didn't sound like nobody.
No.
I definitely was distinct.
What-
And I never talk about myself. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna
Right.
take this time to do that. Yeah.
How tall is Sheek Louch?
Here's what I found.
What the fuck? I'm gonna really click on this dude's
6'3".
Wikipedia article. But to me, in my head, he's like 6'9". No? Damn, that's fucked up that the internet knows so much shit. Age 43. And we don't know how tall he is. I want to know how tall he is. Because when I meet Sheek Louch, I want to know what I'm getting into. You know?
When you meet him,
One of these days. I'm going to pull up to his crib.
when you're at your timeshare in Tampa.
Sort of wait outside. Tampa. I ain't been to Tampa in a minute.
Tampa was
Last time I
crazy.
went to Tampa, I was not. If I went to Tampa right now,
Last time I was in Tampa, I bought like 500-600 fucking packs of fucking Lady G triple stacks.
what the fuck? You were an ecstasy salesman? I could see that.
I never said that.
You stay in
I
a
didn't say I
rave.
sold it. I just,
You've been to a rave, huh? Like
Oh,
how many
man, I
raves
sold
you been
fake
to?
shit at raves. I used to bump fake ones at raves.
Yeah?
All that shit. When Limelight was Avalon,
Right.
all them shit. I destroyed downtown Manhattan with with the good yah. But when things is out and things run out and I'm there and it's 3 in the morning, you still coming up to me with your jaw like we on 12th Street and your jaw's on 16th Street. And I'm like, Chad, calm down.
Right.
Go to the ATM, get that, and come back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, depending how I feel, he might just get hit with a Alka-Seltzer. You know what I mean? You know when you crush up the Alka-Seltzer, it got that fish scale to it. That's a little move I'm gonna teach you. When you break an Alka-Seltzer, it's got the fish scale glitter to it. So if you break an Alka-Seltzer, it comes in pieces. It looks like little raw pressed, you know?
Right.
It looks like some raw. Then you burn the tips. You know what I'm saying? After you already made, you know, your little money for the night, your word is already good in the club. They're like, nah, he got the fire. You know what I'm saying? Now I already built that trust with you. And
Time to betray it.
There we go. Because I never cared about you from the beginning. You know, that ski trip I sold you, you know what I mean? Like,
it's hard to respect your clientele at that moment, right?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you got to remember, man.
You didn't even throw any mac and cheese in that thing, huh? So it was once in a while?
Man. Nah, I did, but I forgot to, man. My mind was boggled.
No, it's cool. I was kind of interested to see how much you put in there, but I forgot about it.
You put it on the top too, man. Lace it.
Oh, you can put it on the outside. 6 feet.
6 feet.
In my mind, he's
Man,
7 feet.
I'm 6'3", that's crazy.
I'm 6'3", too. Twins.
But they always shoot him with an HD camera, that's why.
From the ground up with the fisheye. In my mind.
Yo, you're a creep.
You ever look up Sheek Louch's skirt?
I fuck with you heavy, man. I fuck with you heavy, man. You good, man. We should have been did this shit.
How
man.
many how many Papoose mixtapes you caught back in the day on Canal Street?
Oh,
no?
Man.
Where
how many Gino Green shirts you had?
I was really.
How many K Slade leather pants you got?
No. I could never touch that.
Shouts to the Drama King, man. Shouts to K Slade.
Yeah.
Yo, shouts to my man Fats, Van Sicklen, and Fulton. Shouts to my man Rhino.
You had
he out here wilding.
What was it?
Shouts to my man Mo 172, Autobahn All Stars.
My mind is too boggled. What was K Slade's magazine? You definitely had a
Straight Stuntin'.
Straight Stuntin'.
You modeled for Straight Stuntin'.
Oh, man.
You had on Paris Succo jeans.
No, you were Buffy the Body's fucking assistant. You showed up. You helped her with her nails and her heels.
You were her
and
choreographer.
Yeah.
You definitely got snuffed at a B2K concert.
Hell no. I might have donated a couple grams of semen to Buffy the Body back in the day, though. I'm going to be honest with you. She might have got a couple Kleenex filled up.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
You just lost 80,000 followers.
In my Gino Green shirt.
In your Gino Green shirt crying.
Yo.
Smelling your fingers giggling.
Do you think that when Remy Ma and him are together that she kind of like thinks about his Gino Green shirt era sometimes? She just thinks about, because like to me, he was, if I met Remy Ma, I would want to tell her about what I thought about her man back in the day, because he's like the illest to me.
Papoose is a legendary human being.
Insane.
Like, he's just like, he's not like anybody. He's like himself.
I don't like talking. We're going to take it to the guns.
Come on.
Oh,
his leather fitted game.
Oh my God.
Your
Black
man had
Love.
the most
You see him on Love and Hip Hop? Still, he got a brand, Black Love.
Him and Remy have mad like Brooklyn, Bronx arguments. You know what I mean?
I bet I wouldn't be surprised if they stabbed each other while hooking up one time.
Yeah,
you know?
but that's how you make love in the Bronx. You have to bleed. You have to bleed. You have to destroy one pair of Air Force Ones, or you did not make love. Oh, excuse me. Is that your fucking Mitsubishi Diamante? Oh, we'll be all right. The scars will heal, but the pain lasts forever.
That leather fitted will last forever.
I promise you that.
Oh, God.
It's something about, look, I always talk about leather, but when you put on a nice fresh leather and it hits your skin, that's a priceless feeling, especially when it's like a cool leather. It was cold outside a little bit, and that butter hits you. Come on, man. So, R.I.P. Sammy's on Fordham and Jerome. Listen, I'm gonna say one more thing. There's a lot of people that come on the internet and social media and they're shouting out these fucking legendary corners in these neighborhoods. You just Googled shit. You weren't there for it. You didn't live it. When I say shouts to Sammy's on Fordham and Jerome, that was a legendary spot. I spent mortgage money in that store. That's where I got my Coogis. That's where I got my Pellies, jewelry. Because if you know, Sammy's had jewelry when you first walk in and make that right. But you didn't know Ak like that. You wasn't heavy with the Lebanese thugs in there. You didn't know him, you know? He was overcharging you for leather. I knew what time it was, you know what I'm saying? My whole thing is this, like, we live these things. Like, when I speak, I always speak in detail because I love to paint the picture specific, you know? I want you to truly know what I'm saying and truly be able to trace my steps, all my steps, you know? Like, this is exactly where Big Body was when he thought of this. This part, this corner right here inspired this song. This is where this comment came from, this statement, you know what I mean?
Right.
I want you to know. Because like we gotta speak in detail. That's what hip hop is about. And I keep saying the word hip hop because it got played with that, you know, how people play the word. But it's true though, man. That's what it really was about. It's about description, detail, you know, what's going on, your surroundings. Now it just got cool to be weird and all this X shit, but that's it. Like this new drill, the Brooklyn drill and the whole Brooklyn movement, that's fire. That's reality.
Right.
Ain't nobody's trying to say that they invented drill or invented the beat or, see, that's one thing about New York I always say. We never saying that we invented everything. We just take it and make it better or add to it, you know? Not trying to compete with what's already there, but we want to add something that betters it. You feel me? Is that wrong?
No.
It's like when the South is taking the rap game for mad long, nobody was like, yo, it's right. Nah, because they had to come hard. And they came with fire.
Right.
And they still fire. But you can't tell me New York ain't been ringing for the last 10 years. It has.
Yeah.
But all the people that come from New York are legendary people.
New York just had a head start because it was like the first place, but, you know, other cities have had their reign and shit, but you can't act like New York ain't important in terms of what's going on in rap music at this time.
I mean, New York is going to always be. It's not just because we invented it, and it's just also because we invented it, but we keep coming back and reinventing it. The lingo, the style, the way we wear sneakers, you know what I'm saying? It's like even the way we rock gear, like we're not saying we invented it. Like look at the Cardis, like we wear Cardis out here in New York, like we're not saying we invented it, but dudes been rocking Cartier glasses way back. If you remember what the, you know, the Law Library look. Looking like you just going to the Law Library, you got your kufi on, you trying to get your appeal, so you over there trying to get your studies on. That was that look.
That was a Papoose series,
yeah, like,
the
remember
Law
how
Library,
like,
right?
remember like Nature?
Yeah.
He had that look, you know, the cover, like, you know, with the, you know, the whole educated thug look.
Right.
That's how it, you know, that's the way it came from.
That was a good era.
Yeah, all them dudes, like the whole firm, remember?
Oof.
AZ.
The firm got hate at it. They didn't
Shouts
deserve
to
that.
AZ though, man.
They
That's East
deserve
New
more
York
of
for
a
real.
shot.
The
AZ.
Bammers. Shouts to the Bammers.
I gotta go dip my toe back in some
Ah,
AZ.
man, you do, man.
Get back on Spotify. What's the AZ Spotify looking like?
Not sure.
Not sure.
Like, I can't really tell you right there.
How tall is AZ?
Yeah, you lost me with that one.
Arizona is 4,101 feet
Check.
above sea level.
I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Tell me about your scandals.
Scandals. You know.
Tell me about that car insurance scam you had going on in Brighton Beach.
The what?
Car insurance scam you had.
Carhartt shirt.
Nah, the car insurance scam.
Car insurance.
I forget it. You killed it, man. I'm out. Erase the whole show. Start over. Yo, rewind the tape. Let's do it over.
Hey, take me back to how'd y'all get access to that chicken spot that you ended up doing the fucking?
Damn, I
tax
should
interview?
have did Charlemagne's first, man.
Yeah. Take me back. I'm such a fan. I listened to it the other day. That's
Nah,
one of
I
the
know.
only podcasts I ever listened to
I'm gonna
twice.
take you back. I'm gonna take you back.
Take me back.
Take you back.
Take me
We
back.
talked.
Yo, I'm really killing this whole bottle myself, huh?
Where's it at? Salute. Toast, my brother. Get a little more.
Off the Buffalo Trace.
The Buffalo Trace is fire.
Who
though.
told us about this?
It
Where'd this
is.
come from? I really wish this was sponsored. Josh, where'd you find it at? Oh, this is what you drink. Oh, I thought they might have just sent us a box and we just ended up with it. Okay. Yeah, that's hard.
The interview went. We've been talked about doing the interview. You know, we know a lot of mutual people, long time. We've been talked about doing shit, and I told him that my first interview was gonna be his with Tax, and you know, we was gonna come do it in the studio, you know, where everybody does their recordings at. But I was like, nah, it's gotta be special. I was like, we gotta do it on the block, you know. So I was like, let me do it in the chicken spot, because in that era, that time of my life, that's where I was like mostly at. That's
Every
where I
day.
was. That's where I was working out of, you know, that chicken spot. You know what I'm saying? I provided services in that chicken spot. So that shit meant a lot to me, you know? I've been there for so long. That place has fed me, done a lot for me. So I was like, you know, let me be somewhere where I'm comfortable. So,
With a good Italian cheeseburger.
oh, come on. You know, with the fries in it. Only you wouldn't understand. Yeah, I
Ben
fuck with you
had
for that.
that.
Yeah, but
Ben had that.
nah, but I just fuck with you because, like, that's a detail. You see how
Oh,
you
yeah,
painted
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Because you got to see the Italian cheeseburger because it comes on the hero.
Oof.
They chop the burger in half.
Many nights at 4
Come on,
a.m.
with the fries and the
Many
ketchup in
nights.
it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yo, for some reason, mayo ketchup.
I would stay by
Mayo
that,
ketchup.
that Kennedy Fried,
Yeah,
bro.
that shit. Yo,
I had
Kennedy
a
Fried
horrible
is safe.
experience. I stayed in Bushwick again, and we happened to be at a little like pop-up
Yeah.
shop
Yeah.
near my old Kennedy Fried. I tried to pull up to the Kennedy Fried. The shit was not there anymore.
Damn. Kennedy Fried out of business?
Ugh, not just this particular location on Knickerbocker was
That's
not
like
there.
a precinct going out of business.
Oh, yeah.
Them shits don't never
it
go
just
out.
ain't right? They're supposed to be around
it's like
forever.
you don't see them. They always
It's like
there.
a public utility. Nobody knows who
that?
owns that, right?
Crown Fried? Yeah.
Kennedy Fried. Who owns
I know who
it?
owns Kennedy, though. All my Afghani brothers, they own all the Kennedys.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn, all right.
But they show mad love, though. They got the Bengali brothers working there, too. But I'll tell you, listen, I didn't want to blow it all up, but I got a big documentary coming out, for Big Body Bes documentary, the whole life shit. I'm going to go, I break down everything, the whole fucking Crown Fried legacy about, how it got started.
Country Fried?
Yeah, because it started in a Kennedy Fried. It started in a small town in Afghanistan.
What?
And then,
Really?
I'm gonna put you
This
on,
is
man.
the
It's a deep
documentary?
culture. It's a deep culture.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm doing, I got a big thing coming out, man. Like, I got my own sandwich, my own burger at the fucking Kennedy Fried.
Right.
Like, nobody's doing that. I don't see your name on the menu. I got Action's name on the menu. You got the Action Lamb Hero over there. Ooh. Like, nobody's doing that. Show me a rapper's name on Crown Fried menus. Like, this is what I say. Like, I'm truly at one with the street, with the corner, with the curb. Like, I love the street. I get dressed in the street. Like, I've bathed in the street. I swim in the street. That's what I'm about. And when I say street, I don't just mean negativity. I mean anything. You know what I'm saying? Life. Like, life is on the corner. Information is on the corner. Because all things hit the corner. They meet.
When's the last time you cracked open a fire hydrant for the kids to play in?
Nah, but I was in a fire hydrant maybe 8.5 days ago.
In?
Yeah, walking through it, minding my business. Not saying anything to anybody.
Right.
I was walking through the water, not telling. And this morning I had breakfast and I didn't tell. And then tomorrow I'm gonna have dinner and I'm not gonna tell. And I'm not gonna write a statement on somebody I call my brother. And I'm not gonna get caught with something in my waist and then tell the D's on the way to the precinct, yo, let me just make the deal now and get me out the back door so this shit don't gotta make the paper. We know about you. Nobody's fooled. Like, trust me, nobody's fooled. Like, you're not a magician. Like, gun charges don't disappear. Like, rappers love making things seem like they're just not the way they are. You feel me? In general. Like, a lot of rappers, if you Google the last 10 years who have been arrested for gun charges,
right,
and then Google the follow-up, like, what happened with that? We'd never heard anything. What happened? Like, how? Oh, welcome home, Joel Santana.
That's real.
Home yesterday. Got caught up, innocent man, did his time, came home. God bless, man. That's a legendary man right there, man. I love Dipset.
Anybody from
that
our
shit is fire.
generation,
I hate
our
haters
era?
who don't admit it.
Whew.
I hate when people don't give them their fucking credit.
Right.
That shit was inspiration, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we used to get money listening to Dipset. Like, that's what it was, man. Like, that shit was inspirational. That was like church music, That shit is crazy. That's gospel right there.
He was
the truth.
like Cameron just
Cam was
utilized
fire.
his energy in a way that was.
He's fired. Jones was just in the league of his own. When Jones started really rapping and coming out, oof, that shit was fire. We used to get hype. We always loved Cam and Joel's. But when Jones started saying some crazy shit, we was like, what the fuck?
You got a little bit of Freaky Zeke in you. Pause.
Nah, I know what you mean. Nah, I know what you mean. Like, the aura of the outspoken and the wild, the energy. Yeah, of course.
You always got the
Because
feeling that Cameron really didn't know where Freaky Zeke was. Like, he wished he knew, but
I'll tell you
he
this,
couldn't
though.
control him. He didn't
One
know.
thing he knew is that he was loyal. One thing is knew that he had love for him. So I respect you like that. He didn't need to make a top 10 song. He still got a deal for him. Like, here you go, alley-oop.
Yeah.
I respect people who feed their team, or not even feed their team, but just give the opportunity. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's really about, man. Some people don't take care of their own, It's true, bro. You see it.
That's real.
Yeah, man. I just keep it funky.
Real funky.
But I don't rely on no man.
What's a day in the life like of Big Body Bes
Body
on
Bes?
average? Yeah.
Shit. Wake up 3 in the morning, right? Scream. Scream. Go back to sleep.
Hit the park, do some pull-ups. Yeah.
I love working out at night in the seat. Yeah, that's crazy you said that.
You could have been on the bartenders.
I love working out at night. Now I've been getting my health together, man. I lost 76 pounds, man.
For real?
Yeah.
What?
I'm on my shit, man. I'm on my shit with the weights again, man. I'm back on it.
Okay.
I got a workout thing coming out. Some shit called Thugged Out Workout. Oof. You know what I mean? It's gonna be comedy, music, and health. I know, guys. Start stealing my ideas more. Keep going. So it's like, you know, because I document everything now. You know, only the shit that could be suitable for television, you know?
Right.
Because we're not here to put people in jeopardy. So my whole thing is like, not that I'm around negativity, because I live a positive life. You know what I'm saying? I eat clean proteins. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do sugar. You know what I mean? No soda. I work out. I also work out my mind, you know what I'm saying? I stop stressing things, you know what I'm saying? I stop holding on to pain and anger, you know? Because I used to do that, man. I used to just like transform like pain into anger, you know what I mean? And that shit was dangerous for a lot of people, you know? Dangerous for myself too, you know what I'm saying? But I just had to learn how to apply my mind, you know? Because I got all the talent in me. I got all this star quality. Like, and I speak like this about myself because there's a lot of people that don't speak about me. You know what I mean? You see I don't get all the press runs, you know, and that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Me too, I ain't gonna front like, you know, with my shit, like I didn't really take a lot of shit seriously and I procrastinated a little bit. But a lot of people too, man, try to leave me out the thing, man. You know what I'm saying? They slowly try to push me out the picture, man, but you can't. Because I'm the artist, you know what I'm saying? I paint shit, boy, you know what I mean?
You could be a media darling. You could be on Ellen if you wanted.
Nah, man, she out of here, man.
Yeah, I heard they getting rid
man,
of her.
I might just take that show over, man.
Take that over, yeah.
You know, Body in the morning, on the block with Body. Building, I got a show, a workout thing called Building with Body. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Right.
Big body building. Come on, man.
Do you believe Ellen created the toxic workplace?
Do I believe it? I don't know, because I don't believe accusations.
I
believe
look
facts.
into it a little more.
But I'll say this, a toxic workplace. You
Every
know how many
workplace is
toxic workplaces
right?
I've created?
Right.
You know how many places I've destroyed? You know how many Vice employees can't sleep at night because of the things I've done and said? But at the end of the day, bro, I'm not here to live for them or their children. I live for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still text all the Vice employees every Ramadan and send them blessings. You know what I mean? I make sure I always show love, man. Like, I have no hard feelings towards nobody. I don't do interviews and badmouth interview networks, and that shit's corny. Because what are you doing? You're bad-mouthing a brand. Say who the person is. Like, yo, I didn't get along with Vice. The whole fucking, nah, I got mad people that show me mad love. Vice gave me wild opportunities, man. I'm for real. I'm on television, son.
Right.
You understand that? You understand, like, where I really come from? Like, I used to tie people up in cell phone stores. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I used to take things. I'm a taker. You understand? Like, that's what I'm about. You know, I'm about doing what I want when I wanted to do it. So for me to be on television, for me to be on tour, for me to be on songs, and for me to be at a Coachella, at a Rolling Loud with you, like, you know what type of a miracle that is?
Right.
There ain't no such thing as luck. I don't believe in luck. We don't do luck. You know, we do miracles and blessings. And that shit right there is a blessing, son. That's why I take it serious. Like, I don't play with this. Like, you can't come in my circle and try to do something. I'm telling you, man, like, we move with love and compassion, but it's aggression when it needs to be.
Picture me, just a rap fan, and I got Action Bronson handing me a cooler full of his ice cream packed with dry ice.
Remember that? Look,
so we got to just bring that shit home. Oh my God, man.
A rapper though, right? A fire rapper.
Right.
Because he's one of the best.
Right.
Can't deny that man, his skill. He's one of the best.
Right.
They know that. He just is. And it's not because that's my brother. He is, though. He's ill. My man is nasty. He does what he does, and he does it real well. He went and put out some ice cream. He was handing it out to all the kids. Rappers won't, I'd rather rappers won't do that.
Right.
They want to put out a liquor. Yo, I'm going to put out, you know, I'm too tough. I can't be selling no ice cream. Why not? You feel me? He's doing things that people like seeing like, no, he's doing what he wants to do and still being a dope-ass rapper. You know, he's not just a rapper. He's an artist.
And he was early on that wave of building an overall brand and not compromising yourself.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Acting like the only way that you could be a dope rapper is to, you know, have a huge hit or whatever. He never really compromised himself in that way.
Look, he never compromised himself, and he still gets all the fucking love of the industry. He's like what you would call underground, no.
But there's
because
a certain love you get when you don't go for that.
Yeah, because he still gets his songs played. He gets the love. He gets the big artist looks. You know what I'm saying? He goes all the big festivals. Or like, look at this. Like, you know, like I'm an ignorant dude. Like I was ignorant when it came to success. I thought if you ain't have a song on the radio, you wasn't popping. But then I started seeing the power of the shows and internet. And I started seeing like how big it really is, you know? And shit is powerful, man. Hits don't really mean nothing. Hits just mean radio. Hits just mean single sales. Hits don't mean, I seen dudes with hits that can't sell out a festival. They can't sell out a show. They don't get booked for Coachella. They don't get booked for Rolling Loud and all the dope ass festivals. Because festivals are fire. If you really from the street and you love being outside in the corner, my brother, go to some festivals. Because those are popping. Everybody's chilling, right? Everybody's saucy. Everybody's drinking, smoking. Mad shorties out there. Everybody's wilding. That's what life's about, man. These rappers be lying, man. They know they want to go. They know they want to be invited. They know they want to go to the parties, man. That shit's live, man.
You in the mosh pit?
Nah, the mosh pit is good, man. You just got to keep like a broken raspberry Snapple bottle with you. You all right. Oh, man. Sometimes you can't always ask why. You got to ask how.
You got to keep a Snapple bottle on you.
Man, that was my choice of weapon for a lot of years, man.
Yeah.
It just grips perfect.
Something about it.
Can't talk about it too much, though, man.
You ever feel like Vice didn't fully utilize Bronson? I know the turmoil behind the scenes. I know he ain't always been happy with that.
Yeah, they ain't utilize him. They didn't utilize me. Like they didn't see the. They saw potential, but they went about it the wrong way. They offered me a show, but they wanted to own it. They didn't want me to have ownership. They didn't want me having full say in my shit. And how you gonna have full say of Big Body? I came up with the idea. I came up with a show, and then they took my idea and tried to repitch it to me and saying that they own it. See, we did an episode called Corner Store Situations, right? Where I did, you know, like the internet, you answer questions people ask,
right?
Like for Noisy, and we did one in the corner store, and that shit went viral. So they was like, oh, I came up. I said, let's do an episode. They wanted to do it in the studio. I said, no. Just like the corn, right? Just like the chicken spot. I said, let's do it in the bodega. Let's do it at the Ox store, my store where I'm at, where I be at. Let's go. Boom. Ox is like, yeah, we could use the store, no problem. Smoking, wilding, filming for free, no problem. Shit goes viral, gets to 2-3 million views. Oh, that's the show. That he say, yo, Corner Store Situations. My name, my idea. Yo, Body, every people, yo, we're gonna do this. You wanna do it? We're gonna give it to you. And I'm like, that's my idea though. Like, of course I wanna do it. It's my idea. Like, and now it's like, oh, we own it. No, because like they changed the name a little bit. I'm like, see what I'm saying? Here goes the industry shit. He owns his show. Ack owns Fuck That's Delicious. That's his show. He owns it. So why can't I own mine? Why does Big Body not get to own it? Why doesn't the big Albanian Muslim guy get to own his show? Why? Why I get left out of interviews? Why I'm on television, world tours, how come I don't do the press runs? How come?
You think they think you're too volatile, or they don't want to make you a star?
I just want to know, because I just really want to know. Like, I want somebody to truly tell me why. Because I get along with everybody. I don't got no scandals. I'm not no snitch. I don't got no foul past. That's why I want to know what's popping, what's shaking. Because what's good? Let's clear this up. But that's just like, you know, you don't want to be that like angry guy. Like, so you just be like, all right, I'm gonna just keep doing me. But if you gotta be stupid or blind or ignorant to not see funny shit going on, you crazy? I'm a fucking star. And I say that not to be ignorant or cocky. I'm just saying the truth. Ain't nobody doing what I fucking do. Who? Who's gonna imitate me? Nobody. I come correct, but I don't play games. But there's been crazy people in the industry where they label crazy or out of control, and they still get the show, the love, they get older, you know? How come I ain't got no manager?
I mean,
shit, my man's, I got brothers who got the biggest managers,
right,
and the biggest connects that can snap their fingers. I know people to this day I see in the studio. To this day, smoke blunts with, big blunts, give hugs, ask me how my father's doing, ask me crazy shit we build all day. They got the power to change my life in a snap of a finger. You think they do it? Nah, hell no. Because they keep me where they need me to keep me. You understand? I get that, the big hugs. I know dudes that could change my life in a phone call and get me up there. And not faking it. Just like, yo, he's ill. Yo, he's ill. He's a star, son. Let me do this for him. We'll connect this. And I'm like, nah. No, why? But it's cool. We don't make it awkward. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna mention names and make people feel weird. But I know I'm not dumb. It's like, yo, give Body some more weed back in the day. Like when it's time to sign paperwork, make sure here's some more weed, here's some more Henny. I don't got no lawyer though, bro. I don't got no manager. You sure? Just sign it? Who's my manager?
You think you signed some bad deals in the past?
Of course I have.
Why?
Because you know why?
But you know how to get a manager.
Of course
you know
I know.
people
Yeah,
with
but
managers.
I know how to get a manager. But then again, it's like people could have been like, yo, this is, boom, bop, bop, make the call.
Right.
But my thing is like this, I don't know shit. And I'm part of something that's part of something bigger. So am I gonna not sign this deal and hold my man's show up?
Right.
Am I gonna do it? It's a domino effect, brother. Me spiting them is gonna spite my brother. So we don't do those. Like, it's like, yo, go with the flow. You feel me? And like Vice would say, like, yo, this is just a platform. Use this for something else.
Right.
Don't think of this as, the main thing. And it's not, but I'm putting work in, son. I'm on television, son. You feel me? You put me at risk, beloved. If somebody sees me in the street, people are ignorant. Yo, he's on television. Yo, he gets $1 million episode, I heard. You telling me people don't talk like that?
People think like that, yeah.
But yeah, they think like that. Because I'm on channel 137 on Viceland, brother. That's not a network. That's nothing. It's a couple of stacks.
So
a couple of stacks
TV
episode.
network going to pay you exactly what they got to pay you.
But they do. But my thing is this: you get what you feel you deserve,
right?
Or what you negotiate, what you're going to agree to. There's no hard feelings,
right?
But my thing is this: after a while, you start seeing yourself putting in work, and you start seeing the numbers go up, and you start seeing everybody loving you. And they're asking for you all the time, and they want to put you in more things, and they want to put you in like all the advertisements, all the trailers, all this, all that, and you're like, oh shit, I bring something to the table. So where's mine, bro? How many more episodes? How many more series can we keep saying, no, the next one we got you? Yo, I promise you, you're getting your show after this. Do this one more season, yo, we got you. It's Body season, we got you. What's up now? Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm not saying blackballed and weirdo shit conspiracy. No, but come on, man.
I always wish that Bronson had his own YouTube channel, and I wish that you had done that from the beginning, because to own that platform is invaluable. I know,
bro. I ain't gonna fucked up. I should have there's nobody who's gonna do shit for you.
Right.
In my mind, I was always like, yeah, son, like my man's got his shit popping first. Like, boom, he's good. Now we all in there, like everything is like, yeah, I'm gonna just go on some straight to the league shit. But my whole thing was like trying to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You can't. You really cannot live both lives. I swear to God, it don't work. It don't. You're gonna put yourself in jeopardy, man. And this shit, it just, my mind was going for with it. Like, and then my mother had passed away like 3.5, 4 years ago.
Oh, damn.
And that shit fucked me up where I was losing it. So I was like, damn, son, like, like priorities, you feel me? Family. That's why I'm like, yo, man, I can't fuck with like this shit, because this shit is like, it's about having patience, and I'm not good with patience. I don't like being pushed to the side or being lied to, because I'm gonna find out where you live, and I'm gonna send you pictures of your address. And I'm not saying that anything's gonna happen. I'm just saying that it's a small city. Like, you think you're safe because you moved to Bed-Stuy? Like, you're gonna wait for that A train at Nostrand Avenue every morning. And yo, it's not, people bump into people, people get pushed, like, yo, be careful, man. Don't do it. Accidents. This is a careful city. There's lawyers everywhere for slip and falls, accidents. Accidents happen. Be very careful how you approach people. Be very careful how you speak about certain people and try to blackball them. Because I promise you, if you're working in the industry, you're not really making hundreds of thousands, you don't got money for security. You're just a walking victim. Nobody has just victimized you yet. And I'm not speaking tough or wild. I'm speaking in general, that we live in this world where we feel like this force field and this, like, like, yo, this internet and this, the industry, I'm in the industry, they're not in it. You live in fucking New York City, my man. Be easy, bro. Be respectful, man. Don't try to destroy nobody, man. Be easy. You know what I'm saying? Build, man. Build and destroy, but not always destroy. Come on, man. I get passionate about it though, bro. You know, I don't like babbling, but
no, I like it. It's good.
Yeah, because you know it's real, man.
You know, I tried to put together a list of like questions or at least topics earlier. First one just says robbing the token booth.
That's great. You said yeah.
Why does it say that? I don't even.
Because I tried to rob the token booth. I attempted.
Right.
And I'm sorry about that because a woman lost her hearing because of that incident. And you know, it was a nice lady too, man. It was a situation gone bad. I was like 12 years old.
Her hearing.
Yeah, it was a bad thing, man, because like this was like in 1997, going towards 98. This was a big era in that time where there was robbing a lot of token booth clerks. You remember? They was robbing them and they was lighting shit on fire. Remember like movie Money Train came out and they was robbing all the token booth clerks. If you look back and you could Google it, like in New York in the 90s, there was a big thing with robbing token booth clerks where they were lighting the fluid. They were like lighting, they were squirting like gasoline in and making them run out and then get all the money. So I had like a weird idea like that I was gonna rob it but scare her to thinking we was shooting or something. So I was gonna, like my man had this knife, like I couldn't, like I was gonna go do it with this little, like borrow my man's 2-2 and go like just try to rob him when they come out. But I was like, yo, we're gonna go in there with my man and my brother was there and we was gonna go in there. So I had this idea, I was like, yo, why don't we just put some firecrackers, like some fireworks in there by the token booth slot thing and she'll hear those and think it's gunshots and run out or something. Bad idea. It was stupid. You know what I mean?
You were 12?
Yeah, 12 years old, smoking weed, high.
Shit.
So like, I thought she was gonna come out the thing, the fire. You know, those like the wolf packs, the firecrackers, the pops. You know, brrr. I thought she would hear that shit and think it's gunshots and then run out, maybe. You know. Right. She didn't. They went off, and it, you know, in the token booth, the shit echoed off. So her hearing went. I got away, whatever. Didn't catch nothing. I got away. But of course, like a dummy, like a month later, went to that same subway to hop the train, and I got stopped by a transit cop undercover. And then they were like, yo, talking to me, and they were like, yo, you fit the description of somebody that did something here a month ago. So then I was 12 years old, you know, they had me in the precinct, interrogating me crazy. Family
you just copped to it?
Not even copped to it, but I copped saying like, because they were like, yo, they had me in the precinct for like 7 or 8 hours. And they're like, yo, you're not going home. You're going to go to Spofford for like, you know, like a couple months, you go to trial, this. But if you just tell us you ain't got to tell us you did it. Just tell us you was at that train station that day. You just used the train. So I was like, yeah, by myself. I was like, yeah, I just so-and-so by myself. I used it. I was at that train station that day, but I didn't do, and that was it. Man. I linked myself, you know what I mean? I went to court. I went to trial with that.
To a kid.
You know, I blew trial at 13.
Really?
I went to trial for that. I blew trial, straight trial. The detectives came. One of my co-Ds told on me, testified against me, 13 years old. Wow. I blew trial, got 18 months upstate.
God damn.
That shit fucked my mind up though, bro.
It did?
Like, it did, man.
You were all of a sudden all around all these...
I'm around all my peoples forever in the street. I was young. I was 10 and 11, breaking night, hanging out in the corner in the park, chilling. And now I'm in a jail cell, like getting strip searched at 13 years old. Right. Having a shower with other, like, you know, like that shit is traumatizing. Like having to survive, having to fight for your snacks, having to fight for everything. You know, like 13, having to fight 2 people, getting like, you know, like seeing real, you know, gang situations, like, because everybody, you know what it is about institutions is that there's nowhere to go. Your problems is gonna be there every fucking day. You in the hood, you could just go and dip, don't have to be there. No, you're here. He's there every fucking morning, the same guy, 100 feet from you. That shit gets crazy, bro. That's why I just tell it in general, like, that shit just prepares you for... But I got caught up in the 90s, though. Right. That's when they were locking up all... If you remember Giuliani, Pataki, they was locking up all the juvies. They was, like, everybody was going upstate. Crime was, like, they wasn't playing, you know? That's when, like, the first gentrification of the city. They was locking up all the juveniles. That's when the, you know, Tryon upstate, we was in there, like, that's when shit was wild.
It really started going hard on crime, you know?
It was, though, yeah.
That's when New York started to change, right? Like, you remember New York in the 80s and 90s? And
I remember the 90s, Pat. Like, you know, like I was born in the 80s, but the 90s was wild. Yeah. I remember every spot was like a spot. Every bodega, every video store, music store, like barbershop. Shit was crazy, man. It was live, though. Like, I remember when you was wearing your jewelry in Rikers Island. In the 2000s, too. You was wearing your jewelry, your sneakers.
Yeah, like, you keep your jewelry?
All your jewelry, all of it. What? If you had a rope chain, you had it. If you wanted to wear it, you could wear it. My man's got flicks in there with their jewelry on, wallabies on. If your name is your name, you good, man.
Wow.
That's it.
Like that. Shout out to Packwoods. They always give me these things. I never really end up
They're
smoking
not bad,
them,
you know.
They out here.
They not bad, but I try to chill with like on the fucking. The backwoods is rough though.
I used to be a daily backwoods smoker, and now I'm a spliff guy. Shout out Alchemist. I never actually. That's one weird thing. If I meet Alchemist, or I met Alchemist, but I want to go to the studio and see what his spliffs are like.
I know.
Then I feel like I might know more
he smokes
about
about 100 spliffs a day.
I know.
But he mixes them with tobacco though, man. That's not
that's the whole
European
thing.
type
Yeah,
way,
that's why I
like
can't
that?
smoke weed without tobacco. This
I
is
know
actually a
that's
hemp
good.
leaf.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah, because they sell these legally, so they gotta.
You can't have tobacco if you sell
exactly. They put it with a hemp leaf, but they got this dark ass hemp leaf. I don't know what they do to it, but it makes it like, if it kind of feels like a tobacco
man,
leaf.
let me get my whole outfit over here real quick.
Yeah.
Just get the whole outfit, man.
Oh, no. Come.
Oh, structure.
Yeah. Now we got the nice midriff going.
Triceps.
You look like you got liposuction in the 90s.
Yeah. You really got liposuction at Target.
You got to go to the rainbow room. You got to go to the rainbow room.
Alchemist put me onto that spot. We smoked mad butts in there. Yo, how you know about that shit?
Because we used to always do shows next door, right? And there's always like little rap
spot
shows next door. So you go over there.
Yo, what's the name of that spot next door? Because I've seen this shit pop.
The Rainbow or the Roxy?
The Roxy.
No, but bro, the Rainbow Room
is fucking fire.
I've seen on people's stories and them doing coke off the table, drinking lean in there, rolling blunts in there. Ain't none. They don't give a fuck. We're 2 hours into the interview, so we can just say that.
You pull up into the restaurant, they give you a plate for your weed to break up.
Oh yeah.
And they got fire food though.
Right.
Like pizza, Italian food, wings, chicken parmesan, pasta.
I might go tonight.
Yo, we in there tonight. We're
Wait,
gonna do the
it's
part
probably closed,
2.
Right? We don't know.
We're gonna go to the part 2. We're gonna go in there doing what we gotta do.
But you know, that's a good spot if you want to see Ron Jeremy. Well, he's locked up right now, but if you want to see Ron Jeremy, you pull up to the Rainbow Room.
You wildin', Ron Jeremy. If you was wildin', you wildin'.
I don't know if Motorhead's on your radar, but Lemmy was in there all the time too, bro.
Motorhead.
Yes. He was off the speed in there, I heard. He was a speed guy. He was off amphetamines in that bitch.
Yo, he was a wild man. Young Adam, man. Young 2-2.
We out here, bro.
That's my man, Adam 2-2, man.
How many kids you got?
None.
None.
I got a lot of sons in the game, a lot of sons in the street, but I ain't got no children.
That's real. I'm having a daughter, 2 months.
God bless, man.
Game's about to change.
God bless you for that, man. Congratulations for that, brother. For real. It's gonna be all good.
I'm just telling you because I'm bugging out.
Nah, but you know what it is though? Because that's a real thing. That's a life-changing thing. Because you know all the drama in your life, the craziness, and now it's everything's for her. You were living for you.
Right.
Now you live for her.
Right.
That's it. It's a cycle.
That actually feels crazy to me that there was a point in my life where all I cared about was getting fucked up and fucking bitches.
I know.
Right?
You know why? Because that's a part of being a human man. In a way, not every time, but you know, in this land that we live in, the culture we around, it's accustomed to it.
Yeah.
If you were raised in a different culture, that would be odd to you. You feel me?
Right.
It's what we're used to. American culture portrays, you know, sex, wilding, drinking, smoking. That's what it is, though.
Society did this.
Yeah, society did it to you. That's a
deserve
fact.
this.
That's it.
All this weed.
That's it, though.
I can't help it that like the first song I ever liked was like The Chronic, like Off the Chronic. It ain't my fault.
How many times have you woke up delusional, covered in some sort of like chemical in pink houses?
Yeah. You ever just wake up and
I know you got an East New York past, man.
Yeah, you ever wake up with a nipple tassel on?
Nah, man, we don't live like that, man.
What's
you
your
should be
Dunkin'
ashamed of
Donuts
yourself.
order?
You don't gotta listen. You don't gotta pay rent like that no more, Adam.
When you go to Dunkin' Donuts?
When I go to Dunkin' Donuts, man, I go and get like the large tea with no sugar.
What?
Yeah, I'm on my thug shit, man.
I want to know.
I'm on my health shit.
You get a big and
but
crunchy,
I still get an egg white sandwich,
big and tasty.
man.
Oh, you get
a big and
what?
tasty. I get the egg white.
Egg white. You're not an
That's
egg
fire.
white guy. You're
Nah,
egg
I'm
white
not.
flatbread guy.
The last 2 months, I changed it.
The fuck?
Nah, I still gonna go wild. I go to BBQs, get the Henny wings with a screwdriver.
Wow. You just sit at the bar?
Nah.
You at the Cheesecake Factory, go to the bar,
I'm talking about a
pontificate?
screwdriver, not a drink. The actual screwdriver.
Oh, you keep a screwdriver on you, right.
On the chicken wings.
I respect both.
You gotta respect life.
Jesus.
You gotta respect death to respect life.
You got it. Lost anybody close to you lately that got you reflecting?
I lost somebody 2 years ago.
Yeah?
Yeah, R.I.P. my brother Bass, man. That was my bro right there. My co-D since 11 years old, man. He passed though. Situations, man, nobody's promised, man. Lost somebody else that I haven't seen in mad long that got murdered 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Shit happens though, bro. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. You gotta appreciate every day you got it, man.
Yeah.
I wake up sometimes and I just tell myself, damn, man, it could have not been like this. Even when things are going horrible for me, I'm still gonna be like, oh man, I find some joy. I'm different though. I find joy in pain. So
really,
I'm not normal for some things, you know? Yeah, I take painful things and I'll find joy somewhere in it. I'll search it. All right, like pain, like let's just say like if I was younger and I was hungry and I didn't have no money to eat, I would go steal something to eat. Yeah, that might be painful to have to do it, but then I found joy in succeeding at that theft. I found joy in being full. I felt joy in walking away and not getting caught. So I found joy in feeding myself and taking it upon myself to be a man. You know, I find joy in struggle. I find pride in pain, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I do. This is why I speak the way I speak, because I love shit like that. Like I love that I didn't have it. I love that nobody gave me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I always had a place to eat. I had a place to sleep at, but it wasn't the way I wanted to sleep. You know what I mean? I never had my own room when I was younger. You know, I always had to sleep in somebody's bed or like share a room and sleep on a little tiny ass bed. Like everything was always like mad family, living with family or like wilding out, you know? So it's like when I have stableness, that's why I'm like, I praise it. Cause my man, I know what unstable is like. I know what wilding is like. When I say wilding, I don't just mean screaming, acting crazy. I mean wilding like every single night risking your life. Every single night not knowing what's gonna happen. Like, you know, every time the bell rings or somebody knocks at the door, everybody shook and scared, that feeling. Like, that's a bad feeling to this day. Like, you know, having dreams of like, especially if you have jail dreams. Like, jail dreams are the worst when they feel so real. Like, you're in jail in your dream and you could feel it. Then you wake up and you're like, shit. And those is crazy, man. Because like Albanians, like when Albanian men have dreams, like it's a big thing. Like they believe in it. Like you know, like they go with dreams. You know, like my father always seen things in a dream. You know what I mean? They're big with that. They're really in tune with all that. You know, like, you know, vibes and like, you know, energies and things. You know, and believe in things like that. So that's why I say, man, like, son, praise, man. You gotta thank every day, man. No matter what you believe in or who you believe in, man, you just gotta be thankful. Cause shit ain't promised, man. Look how many people we almost lost to this quarantine, to this corona. People dying, man. R.I.P. Fred the Godson, man.
I was just thinking that, yeah.
R.I.P. King Shooter. R.I.P. everybody, man.
Yeah.
Shit is crazy. They're never coming back, ever.
Right.
Their daughters and sons are gonna never have a father, man. Shit's wild. Wild shit.
Corona.
You see? And people think it's a joke, man. Now you see, I got my shit right here, man. I ain't playing around.
You
and
believe
my
in the
shit match
mask?
the Coogee, man.
It does, huh?
Fire. I don't play games out here. Man, listen. I don't know what to say, man. I just want to see all my brothers come home. I don't want to see nobody in prison suffering. You know, a lot of brothers in the system right now don't have no power. You know that they canceled all the trials? There's no trials going on right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A lot. Tax been locked up for years waiting for trial.
Right.
He's got almost 4 joints in.
It's crazy as fuck to think they can keep
Everybody.
him locked up for all those years. Just
And what about the people that was about to get the case dismissed?
Right.
And now it's like, no, you can't go to trial. That's it. There's no juries. What jury?
Right.
Nobody's there. Crazy, right?
Situation.
Just sitting there. You're just sitting doing dead time.
Right.
Just dead time sitting. Ah, man, it's misery. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like every time we have a cup of ice or I have like a drink with ice in it, I thank God, because them dudes ain't got no cold drink. They drink it out the sink. And some people that did bad things in the housing unit, they drink it out the toilet.
Ugh.
All right? I'm telling you, you don't want that.
Definitely not.
Nah, they're drinking Puerto Rican lemonade. You want to know the recipe for that?
What?
2 Puerto Ricans in a toilet. This is why I say, and let me tell you one thing about me. I love to use, you know, what the society calls humor. I use humor to cover up truth, or to, you know, to like soften up the hard truth. You feel me? Everything I say is a fact. I might use a little humor with it, but these are facts. Like, people are drinking piss coladas on Rikers Island. Like, that's what it is.
Right.
Because they did bad things. They made bad choices. You understand? Life is about choices and dealing with the consequences of those choices. Some of us have good times. Some of us has bad times. Some of us have bad times in jail. It's a bad place. I always paint a little humor or I make it sound glamorous to some, but it's a very miserable place. It's hell. Jail, prison is no joke. But some of us go there and we take a bad situation and we make the best of it. And we live to the best of our abilities, even better than our abilities in there. We have ice, cold drinks.
I heard you was the chef up north.
Oh, I was definitely chefing myself, but I would definitely have, you know, an individual chef.
Right.
An individual who was definitely on narcotics in the street because he has no money. So he'll cook and clean everything up after, and he gets fed. And he could chef it up.
You've always kept a nice little fiend stable,
always,
huh?
Always.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I never judge nobody. And I've had people tell me, like, because sometimes I go on IG and I'll be on the block and I'll be like, and they'll be like, yo, like, damn, you always taping mad fiends. I'm like, how you know he's a fiend? You seen him smoke something? You just saying he a crackhead. Why you label him that? Yo, that's like filming me and saying, yo, why you filming this weed head? That's all he does is smoke crack? I don't know he smokes crack. I just know that's a man and that's a human being. And he's doing something, he has a talent. So I'm showing you that. But you're judging him by his addiction.
Right.
I'm saying he might have an addiction. I don't know that. I'm not watching him every day. But if he does have an addiction, that's not all he is. Feel me? Somebody could be addicted to food. Yo, what's up with that person? Describe him. Nah, he's just always a hungry dude, man. That's all he is.
He's just a fat ass.
That's all. He's just fat. There's nothing else about him. Yo, he's not loyal. Yo, he's not a shooter.
Right.
He's not loyal. He's not gonna do nothing for you. He's not good, but he's just fat.
Right.
Come on, son. Come on. Now you see?
You can't just reduce somebody to their most bare bones
That's
trait.
what I'm saying.
You know?
Like, yo, man, like, you know, come on. Come on, man. Like,
Right.
yo, this dude's a robber, man. He stole that rapper's chain. No, he's not. He's a borrower. He did a long-term loan. It's like if I take somebody's, like, borrow somebody's chain. You can't tell me that I'm never gonna bring that back. Do you know that?
Right.
Just for real. You can't say, yo, Body's never gonna bring back that bracelet that night he took at the Barclays Center. It fell off somebody.
Right.
Once it hits the floor, it's everybody's bracelet. That's it. You know, like, I love rice. I love beans. I love all types of foods, man. Why just limit me to one type of food, man? I love to eat from all different situations, man. I love everything, man. I love getting money from every type of way, man. Why would I just want to focus on just rap when I'm so much more? There's so many levels to me, man. How long we been here, man?
Approaching 2 hours.
Serious?
Yeah.
That's a fire interview, though.
Hey, you hear about Marty Jannetty saying he killed a gay man when he was 13?
Marty Jannetty?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not even sure. Oh, that's
The
Action
wrestler.
got the song. Nah, I don't really know. I know Action had a song.
Right.
Who was Khalifa? Marty Jannetty.
Right.
Dropkick joint, you know, but
I'm pretty sure it was him. It'd be kind of weird if it wasn't. So basically, he just put out a statement and said that when he was 13, a guy tried to molest him and he killed him. But now he's coming out saying he didn't kill him, he just beat his ass. But the way he put it out there at first was like he really. I'm about to read this.
I heard the only way you found out about it, you Googled that. Like, yo, like, who's ever had a gay killing? What celebrity's been involved in a gay murder?
Yeah, here we go. I know, this is one of a kind, bro. WWE legend Marty Jannetty's apparent murder confession sparks police probe. I never told one that. I never told no one this. Even my brother Gino, because Gino would have killed him, and I didn't want my brother gone. He'll only recently come home from Vietnam. I was 13, working at a Victory Lanes bowling alley, buying weed from a fag that worked there. And he put his hands on me. He dragged me around to the back of the building. You already know what he was going to try to do. That was the very first time I made a man disappear. They never found him. They should have looked in the Chattahoochee River, but Winnie, the girl in these pics, I liked you so damn much. Probably my favorite, but I promised myself way back then nobody would ever hurt me again. That includes you. I loved you, but you hurt me with your faggot Jamaican jealousy. You can go your own way. I don't need you.
The man said the word. Faggot Jamaican jealousy. It sounds like a crazy barbershop on Merrick.
I can't even begin to wrap my head around this, man.
Yo, that's crazy.
What the fuck?
Jamaican Jealousy sounds like a crazy nightclub on Linden Boulevard.
I almost don't even want to follow up on this story. I want to just take it right there, believe it, and just never think about it again.
I want to put out a mixtape called Jamaican Jealousy.
That's real. You used to have a Jamaican Me Crazy shirt back in the day. you thought that was a really good joke.
You definitely went to Jamaica, Club Med 04, and got braids by the pool with little she cells in them, with the beads in them. Yeah. I know your type.
Praise God. Yeah, of course. Yeah. You had a Che Guevara shirt back in the 90s. No?
You had a fucking Ed Hardy trucker hat.
Oh man, I wish I did. I was already too grown for that by the time that came back.
You were good, man. You was good.
Yeah. No, I used to know people who worked at the Ed Hardy store. Ed Hardy. And they were lit. They were like dudes, like a dude who was really just working stocking shelves at Ed Hardy, and he was getting pussy off that. That was what the early 2000s were all about. Working at Ed Hardy. Maybe Abercrombie. I don't know.
Man, those were the days of your life. Those were the days you found out you loved hip hop.
Yeah.
I
found out I loved hip hop from Abercrombie. I was at Abercrombie talking about rap tunes with the homies.
Man. You were listening to Slum Village.
Oh yeah. No. Rest in peace, Sean Price.
R.I.P. Sean Price.
That was big
Brownsville.
For some reason, whenever I go to my iTunes, it wants to tell me that was the first thing I ever pre-ordered.
Sean P's a legendary human being, man.
Oh God.
He
That's
lived.
crazy.
He lived what he said, man.
Don't you wish you had lived to see him do a Vlad TV interview?
He never did.
I don't know. I don't think so. But wouldn't you like to see him do one now?
I'd like to live to do one, maybe. I don't know. I do interviews. You know what it is with me? I don't hate no media people. You only go up there. You know what you're doing. Like we just said before. Anywhere you go, you chose to be up there.
Right.
Don't go at somewhere where somebody asks questions. That's it. They're asking you things. That's it. Shut the fuck up.
I would love to see a Big Body Bes hit Vlad TV next, like 3-4 years from now.
3-4 years? Damn, why can't it be tomorrow, man?
Let this one cook. Let this one simmer for a while.
Let this shit get 5 billion hits.
Exactly, man. I need a monopoly for at least 12 months after this interview. You know?
This and the Wyclef interview are gonna ring off.
Yo, I really got Wyclef doing my theme music, balling like an athlete, but got no jumper. He's really doing that and strumming his guitar and shit.
Remember he made that classic song with The Rock?
Did he?
Yeah, he had a song with The Rock.
What? I gotta investigate that.
You don't remember that?
No.
Wyclef and The Rock.
I heard you was a big fan of Fergie, her solo work. No?
I heard you're a big fan of getting stabbed.
No. Never happened. I
You're
stabbed a
sick.
guy with a beer bottle one time.
Sick.
In a bar.
Sounds good.
It was lit. Texas. Texas, bro.
What kind of drink you had?
Realistically, probably like a Bud Light that I cracked in half and gave him a little with. I think he was all right, though. I never heard about it.
Yourself. You had to express yourself.
I feel like if he died, I would have heard about it, you know? He might have had a little ring around the abdomen. I don't know. I just figured out Marty Jannetty myself real quick, you know?
You did what you had to do, man.
Anything you want to confess to? Who was that fool from Bad Boy back in the day that like confessed to a murder randomly?
All these years I never confessed, but I'm gonna come on No Jumper and tell you everything.
Let's go. That's what I'm saying. We're 2
laughing.
hours in.
She's ready.
Doesn't Laura look like you just want to tell her about?
She always got her hand on her hip.
Your worst misdeeds.
That's my baby right there, though.
No. She's the hair flip emoji.
Nah, you can't.
Yeah.
You just want to tell Laura all types of sweet everythings, but like you can't tell her things about crime things.
No. She's been a federal informant since the early 2000s.
She might wake up in a K-hole and just tell you everything.
Yeah. She's Suge Knight's daughter. Yeah.
Suge Knight's daughter.
Yeah.
Sometimes things happen like that, man.
You know, she still visits him all the time. I really respect it.
You can't choose who you love.
Through talking to you, I really realized you can just say whatever you want.
I can say whatever I want, but it always makes sense.
Speech is an art form.
Speech is an art form, but so is being honest.
Right.
Honesty is an art form. Being sincere.
You know, there's a quote that I wrote down from something that you did previously, which was just, I spent 6 months in a staircase. I forgot what I looked like.
You know what that's about.
I don't know what that's about, but I just loved it. You paint pictures out here.
Because being in a staircase is what I'm trying to say is like being in the lobby in a staircase for so long and breaking night for days. I haven't seen myself or getting a shape up or cut, and you're away so long you didn't even get to appreciate it. Or like you're just being away from society, man. Like, I don't know, man. I've been in a lot of crazy situations, man. I've been in places where I shouldn't have been or places that I should have been. But I don't know, man. You know, life is about places, experiences. I just want to share mine. The reason why I can paint it so vivid is because I truly lived it. And I live it. That's it. There's no thinking about it. The way I do my music, the way I live my life, I just go. That's it.
Just go.
That's it. You keep waiting and overthinking, shit should never come out. Should never work. I like to make jokes too, and you know, have a good time. But when it's time to go, it's time to go. That's it. Things like
real.
that. Things of that nature, man.
We all gonna die one day.
We are. So why be scared of it?
Right.
Why not just make the best before it? That's it. Don't cry about it. Think about death. It's coming regardless.
That's real.
Might as well just enjoy this time right here.
You got any local bookstores that you're going to be popping up at any time in the near future?
Nah, man. They got lies in books. You know what I mean?
Don't read.
Man, nah, read. Read
Best
your rights.
advice I ever heard.
Yeah, keep it up. My man. Yeah, it's a good time. It's been a good time.
I appreciate you. Big Body
Appreciate
Bes,
you, bro.
man.
Legendary interviews, man.
No problem.
Appreciate
This
you,
is
man.
it. This is it.
Huh? Big
Culture
Body
needed
Bes.
this.
Body Language dropping this August. This is it. I telling you, man. Body Language, the album, the show, everything we got. Come on. Come
Free
on, let's go.
Tax.
Let's go. Free Taxston.
Taxston.
He be home soon. Shouts to John Mena. That's my fucking brother
That's
right there.
real.
For real. Shouts to that man. He got a head the size of a fucking parade float, but he got a good heart behind it.
That's a good guy right
You know what I'm
there.
saying?
yeah.
He is a good man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Good brother right there. Shouts to everybody, man. Shouts to everybody pushing for me right now. Everybody behind the scenes doing what they're doing for me. I swear I got a crazy team behind me. We winning. I'm coming for everything. All the trophies, the medals, all the fucking everything, all the awards. We're coming for everything. I swear. I know I've been saying this shit, but this is it. Everything is done, is mixed, is done, ready to go. I'm giving you that movie music. This is that 3 a.m. money movie musical. You know what I bring. I bring you the best. The beats, fire. Shootout music. Machine gun money music. I promise you. This is what it is, man. The best is me.
How? Big Body Bes. No jumper. Coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Why wouldn't we?
NoJumper.com.
Why wouldn't we?
Why wouldn't you? It's all digital. Log in. We out. Appreciate y'all. Legendary content. Another classic interview in the books. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and head on over to NoJumper.com to support. Appreciate y'all.